Streaming now just to warm the room a bit, but we're not.
Oh, I'm gonna start with
I
"Here
have a
Comes
recording
Santa
on-
Claus." I'm gonna start singing "Here Comes Santa Claus" when we start the episode. Why? Come on, I'm gonna. You are married? Do you know?
I went to,
I did that one today. For
I went to my first
6 hours.
preschool like Christmas recital thing with the girls.
Beautiful. No, thank you.
Good for right now. Yeah,
Yeah.
might have it a little bit. Yeah.
That was funny, I guess. It was just,
Yeah.
Very
You're
local,
singing
homegrown
all the
trippy
same
girl.
old shit.
Very local.
yeah,
Okay.
exactly. Yeah, they just rain.
I don't know why I need to be convinced.
Somebody was like
Yeah,
a
that's
sun,
one
and then they
thing,
melted
you
the
know.
snowflake. The snow. There was 3 snowmen, and they melted those
No,
with the
that's
sun.
at least
And it was
a
very
good
yeah,
taste.
yeah, exactly. They sang Feliz Navidad,
Yeah.
and the kids were just totally confused
Yeah.
about what the words were. And
Yeah.
Why? Because
there was like
Spanish?
Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad.
It also has a weird, it has a weird
Yeah.
rhythm or tempo.
It's a little bit different.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
I
put
go
the
to these
drums on.
parties now with
Transitions into La Cucaracha. So
a lot of my
easily.
friends are.
Yeah.
Feliz Navidad.
You know, I got a
Cucaracha.
French woman who married a Nicaraguan kid, so that when you just sing "Happy Birthday," you have to sing "Happy Birthday" in 3 languages,
Right.
and it's like, what? Can we just decide on one?
pick
'Cause
one,
once we get
yeah.
to French, I don't know. Now I feel silly.
Right.
I can sing "Feliz Navidad," I guess, but
Yeah.
so many more families are doing that now.
Oh,
I want
yeah.
my kid to be able to speak a couple languages by the time she's next couple of years. One thing I like about Waldorf, they hit them with German when they're like 6.
Oh yeah, I mean that's one of the luxuries. I work with people from Finland, and that's one of the luxuries that they all have to speak English to talk to each
But
other.
they're all
It's
taught
from
early,
Dubai
right?
and Finland and
Yeah.
Berlin and all these different things, and they're just forced to like. It's I guess they call it a lingua franca, which is just a weird malaprop because that means French, but
Yeah.
I just get to speak English, and I'm like,
Don't you guys think it's
Yeah.
weird that they try to teach us foreign languages when we've all become grown dicks?
When
yeah.
did it, well, when it
15,
Yeah.
14 in public school?
Eighth-
Yeah,
eighth
they
grade,
should
7th
start
or 8th
yeah,
grade.
14.
way earlier.
Like,
14,
I'm
yeah.
assuming they didn't have the
Like
science.
kindergarten
that we have now.
should like
Yeah.
kindergarten should have
Kids
a
now do. Some parents,
More.
aggressive parents,
yes.
put their kids into a
Well,
second language.
But it
very
only
early
makes
on.
sense. I mean, literally, they can learn the language. What I don't
Yeah.
know how many times faster, but it has to be
Right.
exponentially faster than trying to teach me when I was 16.
My next thing is
Spanish. It's like, well, that was useless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mandarin immersion.
Oh, I
Preschool.
think it
That's
should
the,
be
that's the hot thing to do. That's
Yeah.
like,
one or the other. I
just
mean,
accept the fact that China's taking over. Send your kids to Mandarin. immersion
No.
preschool.
Well, I do think that once they get the one, then you're gonna have kids that'll be like,
Yeah.
no, can we keep going? You know, I get it, Mandarin, sure. Let's do something else.
Let's do the next one.
Yeah, let's. Wait,
what's
does
the
it stop
average
now?
number
You know,
of-
That'd be great.
What's the average number of languages that a European speaks?
I'm gonna say 3.
Yeah. All English, all their native, and then
Native.
the neighboring
English,
country,
and then-
maybe.
Yeah,
yeah, it's
you-
gotta be 3. But
Well,
it'll probably-
around like
Yeah.
Switzerland. and-
Switzerland, I bet it's way higher.
but-
3 or 4
Yeah.
says this thing.
3 or
There's a
4.
there's a nice little map.
Oh, cool. Yep. Makes sense. It makes sense. That's-
Wow.
So-
well, it's lower than we thought.
Who are these assholes?
But people are dragging this
Wow,
down.
is that sweet?
Is
that's
that,
that's Switzerland.
No,
it's
Switzerland's
north,
right here.
right?
Is that
Alright.
like
That's
Turkey? Kinda?
is it
India?
Turkey?
No, Turkey's
No,
huge.
India's further
No,
up.
Turkey's
Turkey's.
Turkey's this one.
Yeah, Turkey's enormous.
That's
wait,
no,
wait.
that's those
Oh, I'm
bloody
sorry.
Syria?
those bloody Balkans.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Syria.
It's Serbia or
Egypt or not?
No,
Syria.
that's Syria. That's all
Yeah.
over there. This is like that's like Serbia or Lithuania or one of those shitty
Egypt is south of that. I
fucking
think.
places.
Yeah, because we're east of
Egypt
Italy,
is-
so we're into
Yeah,
parts
Egypt's,
of
like,
parts of
straight down.
India. Because it's India, it's just to the right of Italy.
Oh yeah. Wait. What's going
I
on?
recognize
India
that.
is
I recognize that.
You're right. This
Or
is
no,
a very
that's
weird.
probably the Czech
This is a very
Republic.
weird. No, this is all India.
It's probably that is absolutely oh my god. All right, hold on.
That's
That was a very confusing map. We
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, I mean that map
Wait,
sucks,
Egypt.
but
Egypt isn't in Africa,
No,
right?
Africa, yeah.
It
Egypt
is
is
in Africa.
absolutely in Africa.
Okay,
It's
well,
northern
then-
Africa.
The northern
All right, then
section.
why did I think? Yeah, there you go.
Don't make me get mad about the globe. All right,
Here we go.
So we were talking. What did I say?
Oh, you're right.
Croatia,
Sorry,
Slovenia.
So we
Ser-
were
I said.
looking at-
I said Serbia.
Across the
We were
Indian
looking at
Ocean
Hungary,
would be
though.
Did I
where it
literally
is.
call it? Did I?
No, you. It's Hungary.
Wait, go back, because now you're trying to lie.
Right
Let's
there.
see.
That one. right there. Where my
Okay,
city
so I was
is.
a little bit south.
You were very
That's-
close.
Okay.
But yeah, I was saying
Wait,
Balkans.
is
It
India
wasn't-
across the Indian Ocean from there?
No, India's
I'm only
way the
kidding.
Oh,
fuck
I'm
over
kidding.
here.
I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Look
that's
at all them stands.
Mark.
yeah. I know. Okay, stop saying my name.
Why are we live streaming?
Yeah, we're already recording.
Kazakh.
We've been recording for like 5 minutes. Yeah,
Oh,
all
we
the
have been?
stands.
Turkmenistan.
But we haven't said hello yet. Now I'm confused.
Where's Armenia?
Yeah.
Because I live amongst fucking thousands of Armenians.
Armenia is.
Up by Poland, isn't it? No?
No, it's in here somewhere.
You have to zoom in to find Armenia.
Yeah, it's right there.
Oh, it's that small.
Yeah.
It is that small.
Yeah.
It's wow. It's right. Its borders Iran. That makes sense. 'cause
Yeah.
I've met people from Iran too.
No, I know I'm being a little
Very
prickly, but
small
I
country,
did
but very
win a
proud.
6th
In
grade
Glendale.
geography B.
Yeah.
So
In
I'm
Glendale.
sure you did.
My mechanic
Just crunch.
in
I'm not.
Los
And
Feliz,
Oh yeah,
he used to be like
he was in Los Feliz.
Yeah, he was
Wait,
like
did I already-
Actually, you know
and
what?
he was always like,
how
"Pat,
how relevant
are you
is that?
Armenian?"
Yeah.
Now,
And
what you
I'd
learned
be
in
like,
high
"No."
school,
How
was
relevant is
geography
geography?
map versus now.
It's funny because now I was thinking about all
More
the
relevant
Armenians I've
now.
known.
I was
and it's
gonna
like
say,
Jason
it's
Mark,
70%
Stanley.
still me.
Right.
Yeah,
The
but we can't have
same.
two conversations. Hold on.
Uh, yeah. Sorry.
Sure,
Or, uh,
we can.
do we-
This is
do-
a live stream.
Yeah, I guess we can do whatever we want. Let's just do.
We haven't said hello to the audience yet, so as far as they're concerned, they're not listening right now.
Yeah.
Wait, no, we're not. Wait,
Yeah, we haven't introduced anybody.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Can
Yeah.
you
Merry
see
Christmas.
if you have an audience right now?
Oh,
No,
wait.
we could log into YouTube and dig around with there, but then that would like show
Wait,
up on.
we're
the
on
stream
now.
and-
So.
Oh, we've been on apparently for like 10 minutes.
All right.
That's why
you
she
guys
doesn't like to
You,
tell us.
you just said Merry
These things.
Christmas, but also Happy Hanukkah.
Oh, it's a happy.
Ah,
Hanukkah.
thank you.
Hanukkah. Got you both dreidels.
All right, cool.
What's in the middle?
Little
Is there
candy.
candy in the middle?
Yep.
Oh, my kids
Aw.
are gonna be all into this.
That's
Yeah.
very nice.
Nice. It's like this is like Inception. Right?
Yeah, yeah.
We'll see when the first dreidel stops.
That's what- yeah, the
gonna be a
original
dreidel
script
off.
was a dreidel, and then they changed it
It's
to.
a dreidel off.
So
Wait a
when
minute,
when,
I
Wein,
didn't-
when
I didn't
Weinstein
give
got in
enough- I didn't
trouble,
put enough in.
he was actually like the money man,
Dreidel is
and he was like,
really-
"You gotta have a dreidel."
Crunch
with
dreidel,
me."
yeah.
And they're like, "Dude, did you rape in Milan and coerced?"
This dreidel is also tough.
Cool.
Just jumped off of a table onto
Good,
a
good.
concrete floor.
Alright,
Survived.
Oh wait, on the label it says
Dreidel.
manufactured in Brooklyn, New York. So
Of course.
if you- yeah, where's
Yeah.
the?
Right
I
here.
get
Oh,
it.
oh, there you
yeah.
go on the bottom. I was gonna point that out to Dan.
Dreidel treats.
I mean to Pat. There you go.
Pashketch.
I can't.
Hey.
That's not an English.
Brooke.
But there are other holidays, guys.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
around this
I
time of
I
year.
got Brooke. I
Okay.
got Brooke Lul.
Nice.
And
Nice
then it
torn.
ripped.
Yeah.
Then it ripped.
I heard Hanukkah song by Adam Sandler 2 days ago.
You guys heard,
Yeah.
hear his recent one about Farley, his ode to Farley?
No, I don't
He
think so.
just did an ode to Farley. Yes, because
Oh.
the 21st.
Oh, is that when he died?
Oh no, it was just a reunion of his death.
Oh, okay.
Just,
Then on the- I
just,
t-
yeah,
like
last week.
there's a whole
Oh
like
wow, he died like
Netflix.
a few days before Christmas.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
sucks.
yeah.
That sucks. I know that he died in either his condo or a hotel in Chicago.
Oh.
And he was partying with a prostitute for like a couple days. I forget who wrote like the article about his last days. It might have been Rolling Stone.
She stole his watch
Oh God.
and then got arrested.
And have you seen the picture? There's the
Oh, no, of his-
I think
Of his naked, bloated body.
I think that's acknowledged to be real.
Holy
Oh.
shit.
I think that's not like a.
I mean, it would be a police still because they had to come in because she I think all I know is that she stole his watch, but I'm like, well, if she stole his watch off his dead body, then she went through the rest of the apartment.
I think the
condo
thing,
or wherever.
the thing I read, they mentioned that she went rifled through his shit like at his
Yeah.
house.
I just with a heavy heart that I typed this
Chris Farley
term
did-
into Google Images.
Careful,
Now
this could be copyrighted.
Oh, yeah.
Is this gonna be
Faces of Death.
on your live stream?
Yeah, and it is now. currently.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, it
yeah.
is. Dan, yeah, Pat, we're in.
That's good. Okay,
Yeah.
so
You gotta shut this down.
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is
yeah.
off. Yeah, yeah. This gets worse and worse, honestly.
Are we officially going to start this episode sometime, or are you just going to pretend it's Christmas?
Oh yeah.
Are you eating mescaline again, Crunch?
No.
Oh, all right.
This is December 23rd, so it's Christmas Eve.
Mhm.
We're here with Mike Hunt and Pat
Mhm.
and Larry and Crunch Dog.
I was gonna
Commence.
sing you guys a song, but Crunch said I couldn't. I'm pretty sure you guys already heard that. But
We got veto power.
it happens. It happens. But it's nice to have this. We're having a Christmas episode. It worked out well this year. You know, it ended up on a Sunday, a couple days before Christmas. You know, our wives weren't too upset with us. I don't think.
No, she was eager.
I mean,
to kick me
are
out.
either one of you gentlemen married?
Technically I am still married, but I don't live with my wife.
But you're getting out of it.
Yeah, I am.
Praise be.
yeah.
Praise be.
Yeah.
And Pat, you've dodged the bullet so
No
far.
kids.
Perfect.
No
Well done.
kids.
No kids.
No
Well
kids.
done.
No kids.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
getting.
no kids.
I'm getting.
No kids.
Okay.
I'm kind of getting divorced through an app.
Did you have an arranged overseas marriage or something?
No, but like we didn't have any assets. We didn't buy property or a home. We had no children, so we.
Oh yeah, so it's the easiest, simplest. You actually
we're
don't have to.
we're going
yeah.
out as we came in, which is
Yes.
I guess a term
Yes.
about marriage,
Yeah,
which I
that's
didn't
a
know
great
until I got
term.
married and divorced, or I
That's
think about to be
It's
divorced.
sort of this
Yeah.
is sort
Going
of the
in-
setup term
come-
for we got to Vegas, we got married on
Yeah.
a weekend, and then we realized on Monday that this was not a good idea.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
You-
then we
you're getting- are
we
you
stuck it out
getting
for
a-
long enough, so now we actually have to go through like
Annulment or a divorce?
because it's not annulment,
getting it-
right?
no, I'm getting a divorce.
A divorce.
Right, so
Yeah.
it's been long enough, so you can't get an annulment.
No, it's been 3. Yeah, it's been 3.5 years,
Okay.
Yeah.
pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, so.
But it's the similar language to the annulment, where it's like you guys didn't really spawn anything between the two of you,
I've
so
looked-
you guys can both just
Right.
walk away, and there is no
I've googled
no
it.
harm, no foul.
Yeah,
almost,
I know.
You know.
I know. I looked at that and I was like, I don't even care. I mean,
What's
at this
the
point,
app?
well, one app is.
I can't believe
I-
there's a media for this.
I'm transferring.
This is what's wrong with America.
I'm
I'm glad we
transferring
started the episode.
money to her,
Okay.
but it hasn't been a ton of money.
Venmo or something?
Yeah,
Or
but
is it
there's one through.
through the app?
It's called something. I don't want to give them a.
Yeah,
maybe,
no.
maybe they'll sponsor
But it's not
sponsor the
that one.
podcast.
Wait, it's a divorce app?
No, well, this one's a
No.
money transfer app.
Okay.
But yeah, but no, that there was basically something that we paid for and used that's, I guess, would be similar to like TurboTax for doing your taxes, or like LegalZoom or something like that. But it's-
Okay.
Oh, okay.
so that's basically,
So they're just
and then they
streamlining-
file it
right.
with the courts, and now it's processing.
Eventually, someone just green checks it.
I guess I still
They're
don't
like, yeah, no, right, because it falls into this category of this is that category of people who literally got married and didn't
know. Right. Yeah,
end
I
up
don't.
sharing
Anything.
anything.
Yeah.
you know, which
Assets
is
or
random.
children. Yeah, it is. It is pretty
My,
random.
of course, I know 4 people that's done it, so it's not that random.
Oh really? Yeah. I don't even know if I have a court date. I don't think you have to show. I don't think you have. But if I do,
I'm gonna guess you do.
well,
But it may just be for
It's
the very
2018.
perfunctory, just like,
I mean,
yes,
maybe
we're
it's
all
like-
here, the
yeah.
parties,
You've been using the
everyone
app this
says
whole
yes,
way,
you
you
have
might
to
be able to
nod,
just follow
say
through.
yes,
Yeah.
nod, say yes, okay, we're done.
all right. So yeah, then I'll be back in Massachusetts
Oh,
when
another
that
flight.
happens. 'Cause
Uh-huh.
I'll have to fly back.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're back in Dicktown.
yeah.
Wait, what's Dicktown?
Yeah.
That's where you go after you get divorced. You move to Dicktown.
Yep. Take your dick
Oh,
out.
give the
with
dick.
some walking around money.
Yeah,
Wants
exactly.
To, wants to go out. Wants
Yeah.
to-
I'm well employed. How
Yeah.
about you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's actually buy some property together.
Yeah. Got my own 1-bedroom apartment.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking Glendale, California, on the almost foothills of the San Bernardino
Is
sort
it
of mountain
still-
range.
Wait, what?
I live in Los Angeles now. I moved there like.
Oh.
Actually, I don't even know if you knew where I lived before, but.
Well,
Uh,
I didn't think you did just because you're in my garage presently. So
Right.
it's
I'm
Christmas.
here for
Yeah.
until when do I fly back? Wednesday, the day after Christmas.
So
I fly back. Yeah.
Do you still live a very Spartan, not much stuff,
Yeah.
lifestyle?
Although I had to put, I think I put a total of like $4,000 on a credit card, but that was a refrigerator,
Yeah.
a couch from IKEA, a bunch of other shit, and then traveling cross country, which I got actually reimbursed for from work, so that doesn't really
Sure.
count.
Oh,
But
so
yeah.
this was this at work?
Yes, I got a
Oh.
job out there.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, no. Well, as far as the circumstances of, I'm getting out of this one thing, and now I have somewhere to go on
That
the other
was-
side of the country.
Right. It was all happening at this kind of the same time.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Yeah. So it worked out. I
So
got the
tell me
job.
more about the foothills. I mean, are you like in a cul-de-sac, or are you going to be down on a dirt road?
No, I mean I'm in the middle. Well, pretty much in the middle of Glendale, California.
Yeah.
But I was saying that foothills just because like, it's awesome. Like every morning, my apartment door in Southern California opens up onto a little courtyard, and then I look up and I can see these huge, like, majestic mountains.
Yep.
I'm not sure what the elevation is or how big they actually are, but they're like right on top of me. And it's just like it cuts through the skyline, or it makes the skyline.
Yeah.
Or whatever. It's beautiful. I haven't.
The Rockies are.
I drove through the
that's-
Rockies.
Yeah, that's.
I drove cross country to get
It's
there.
odd, right? 'Cause
Sounds
they're
like-
always either on one side or the other.
Yeah, those were intense. And then we were talking because Dan's driven cross country too. So like driving through the Rockies in Utah.
Has
Never
everyone
been
taken
to-
a cross country? 'Cause I mean, I know
I've been
a few
halfway.
times
I've been to
across.
South Dakota and back, but never all the way across.
Okay.
Basically missing the Southwest. Like, I have a pretty good taste of the American South.
I didn't go through the South that
No-
much.
no
I gotta say.
desert stuff,
We
though.
kind of just
I kept
took
it-
70,
Yeah.
just where it took you.
I think that's where.
And then, no thank you for Texas. But
I
we
didn't
ended
get
up
to
in Arizona and whatnot, New Mexico. But yeah, no.
Yeah.
It's cool.
I would like to get to Louisiana someday. I mean, obviously, New Orleans is something I would probably like to see before I kick it.
People say
But
that's
that
like
maybe
the
would
best
be like when
city.
I retire. You
Yeah.
know, it's like, okay, kids are gone, time to go.
Right.
Doesn't matter if I can't make it back to the room tonight.
You're a 60-year-old divorcee instead of a
I hope I'm not.
Yeah.
It is
low
what
heart
it
that
is.
hangs
you
out
know,
in
Yeah.
New Orleans.
But yeah, I would
Yeah, I don't-
encourage everyone to take a cross country trip if you have the time.
I want to get a
But basic-
camper and do it with the damn kids. I think that'd be super fun.
Oh yeah.
No, it is fun. Just to
Yeah.
get out of your element in general. I know we like
Yeah.
to talk about that in the show. You know, put yourself in someone else's shoes. You know, imagine what it would be like somewhere else.
Yep.
But just taking a trip across the country does give you a little bit more perspective because you see that people, at least around here, we're all a bunch of assholes, and that's why
Oh,
we did
yeah.
get our name. You know, you get
Right.
out to even places, down south especially, like Carolinas and those areas. It's like people are
What
nice.
is it? They say
People
there's, like,
literally
a-
are nice.
You ever
Even
see
in,
the,
except for the North Dakota. Except for
in-
North Dakota.
in North Dakota they're too
Bricks.
cold, I guess. Do you
I
know
don't
the
know.
Albert Brooks movie, Lost in America, about the
I've
couple that
never
drops
seen
everything?
that, but that's supposed to be like
It's a
a
drag.
classic, like a cult classic.
It
yeah.
is classic.
Yeah. What is it
Oh.
called again? What?
Albert Brooks.
Lost in America. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, okay.
You ever
I
seen
haven't.
any Albert Brooks movies?
Yes, no, I
Yeah,
have, and
right.
that's why I'm like, okay, I haven't seen this one.
Yeah.
Lost in America.
Yeah.
What was that
It's
one?
on
He
the list.
that was like maybe 8 or 10 years ago. It's like comedy in the Muslim world.
Right. I
Something.
feel like that's
What was that?
not the Albert Brooks.
Right,
that's
I'm
classic
saying that
Albert
was
Brooks, but that was one,
8 or 10
yeah,
years ago,
yeah.
not as
Those
opposed to
these movies he was doing
70s.
like the late 70s into
Yeah.
the 80s. When I was a kid, I didn't understand what they were. I thought
me,
it was
me neither.
some kind of like cut rate Woody Allen.
Right.
I didn't understand what it was.
Right.
But then you
So-
watch them now, and you're like, this is like a tight 90-minute
Yeah.
like movie that
Oh, yeah.
unfolds like a punchline.
He used
Yeah.
to.
You
He used to.
sound
do-
like
There's nothing-
you sound like
nothing like it.
a movie or a film guy. Are you?
I like film,
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
but I thought I would be a film guy.
Wait.
All
so
right,
does-
but are you in the business of film or no?
I used to be,
Oh, okay.
but
Yeah.
All right, presently. all right.
Also, does everybody know that Super Dave Osborne and Albert Brooks are brothers?
I did not know that.
Yeah,
No.
they're brothers.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome. Super Dave Osborne is cool. The
Yes.
stunt guy.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm picturing him, and I'm picturing,
Albert Brooks.
and I'm not seeing it.
I think Super Dave Osborne.
I guess maybe
is
it's
the
he's,
older
but I mean,
brother.
Super Dave is a humongous
He's tall-
guy.
he's
and
tall
Brooks
and
is,
thin,
like,
yeah.
tiny
Yeah.
and.
It's Nemo's dad.
Albert Brooks. He was in that movie with Brendan Fraser, where Brendan Fraser was on the Yankees and he couldn't pitch in Yankee Stadium. He had like anxiety
Yeah.
issues.
And then his
he was the scout. That's what
extremely
it was called. Albert Brooks was the scout.
disturbing casting against type in Drive. Do you remember that? Or,
Oh, he was yes.
yeah. That's like
Ryan Gosling
that's
killed his
if
ass.
you know who he is, that's like a scarring moment.
Right. I would agree. But you know who? He looks like a guy I used to work for. And did you ever meet?
He looks like a bunch of guys I used to work for. to
Wait,
be
his name,
honest.
whose name is also Al.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah. You never met him when I worked
I
at when I managed the telesales
I don't think
office.
so. No.
Okay, you never met my my boss. He looks like Albert Brooks.
That's not Albert Brooks.
Yeah.
He was like that same
An
spawn
old
of guys,
Jew
sort of
guy.
like
Jewish man.
Right, no, but like the comedy that they brought.
Yeah,
you know, it's too bad for him that he kind of ended up like stuck with everybody. But it's weird how that always works. You know, like
Albert
that was
Brooks.
that was the funny sort of thing going on then.
Yeah.
But it wasn't, even Mel Brooks.
This
Yeah.
was
Right.
something that men did in the 70s. This tied waist.
Yeah, like half
Oh my
bathrobe
goodness, that's-
situation.
Yeah, I think to them it looked kind of like a utopian future, like Dune or something. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it was like, man, it looked like an oracle or a wise.
Yeah, yeah, post scarcity uniform or
it looks
something like
awful.
that.
Yeah.
movie
That's what
where- yeah.
It's
that's what it looks
It's,
like.
yeah, I
Right,
mean,
right,
it's
right.
like everything in the 70s is dog shit.
That looks like
Yeah.
something that if they had put on me when I was a child, I definitely would have hoped to have taken it off. And been like, why?
Yeah, get it off.
Yeah, you never know.
What?
Most of the
Surrounded by
70s
these
were all
fucking
about
pricks.
this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bell
Taking it off.
bottoms.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Taking it off and letting the bush grow. Fucking what
Here we
else?
go.
What is this?
Nemo.
How is France right now?
Yeah. His whole neurotic, like, Nemo, don't go down there and touch the boat. You know.
Yeah, right. He was very good at being that neurotic,
Yeah.
right, sort of
Yeah.
anxiety-prone
But
guy.
but
like,
that's a good question, Larry. What is going on with France right now?
nothing good, my friend.
I don't know.
Has the government shut down?
I don't know. I mean, it's just like
Because our government's going to shut down. We don't have riots.
the thing about these riots is that it's like a Rorschach test. Like, I don't know what is going on, so everybody's just applying their own, like,
Yeah, you fill in the narrative with the narrative you already carry around with you, right?
yeah. So you look at like right wing Twitter, and they're all like, "This is Macron's France. This is what liberalism does." And then you look at like the Jacobins Twitter account, and they're just like, "Oh yeah, this is the workers
Yeah.
rising," and it's like, wait,
Yeah, and then you read
Yeah.
like a centrist opinion piece, and it's sort of like a consequence of complicated immigration policy.
yeah. Like, we do have to admit that there are some immigration problems in Europe. And
So what do we
blah, blah,
think this is? Is it the middle class rising up?
yeah, I mean, I think
Because I'm pretty sure that,
I'm
that has to be
carrying
what it is,
the
right?
I'm carrying the neoliberalism. I think this is all consequences of the last 40 years of so-called neoliberal politics that
I
is
think this
leading
is like
to
the
this
common
point
man's
where
riot.
people are just fed
Yeah.
up, and they're putting aside the
Sort of like what
class
happened when we
differences or
elected
whatever.
Trump. Sort of like the
Well-
common man's riot.
Well,
something
France,
like it.
France
but
had
no,
a,
but there's like this is more. I don't know. It's
France
more
had a
inclusive
ver-
than that somehow.
France had a very significant and fucked up terrorism act and
I was
all
going
the
to say, to go
terrorism
back
that,
to,
but
right,
that was
to go
what
back to what
two,
Pat
three-
had said.
3 years
that
ago.
Immigration was a
Yeah,
Yeah.
huge problem.
was that when that was like 2015, 2016 at the concert? That,
Yeah.
that
Yes.
band Eagles of Death Metal, and then a restaurant, and then a soccer match. Was that all?
I mean,
in
the
France?
list goes on and on
Yeah.
and on.
Yeah. And like,
But that was
But
all the same
this
day.
was right, well.
Yeah.
This was after the EU also sort of opened
Right.
the borders and allowed people to be able to travel from country to country, and
Right.
people obviously went to what countries were perceived to be the best, or in cases of obviously terrorists, the best targets.
What's
and
the-
once you open the borders up, then this is what happens.
The name of
sort
that
thing.
group, Britain First, that's like promotes, whatever,
Yeah.
immigration.
Right, the
conservative,
the right
yeah.
wing, yeah, that not John, whatever his name is. I'm looking at his face. What's his name? Neil? No,
Nigel.
Nigel.
Britain First. Well, there's a guy and a girl.
Well, the guy
and the
who
girl,
led
I know the
Brexit.
girl.
The
The
guy
girl,
who led Brexit.
the girl's
Nigel,
kind of hot.
right?
She looks like a porn star, and she has a fucking tongue ring.
Yeah, you know,
That's
all
so
those.
awesome. And terrible.
Wait,
And
I know,
terrible.
it's like-
I
All
would
those
never
like
vote for anyone
fascist
with a tongue
enabler
ring.
chicks
Yeah, but
are
it's
like,
just-
yeah,
It's kind
I
of
just
hot.
It is hot.
That's
That's
funny. I'm just saying.
right.
But that's Britain First.
I didn't know that. Can
that's
we bring
Britain
that up?
First.
I want to see that.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
pretty awesome. Can we see her tongue ring, please?
Yeah. She
That's
has
what I
like
love about the internet now. Not
Yep.
that I use it much, but it's like, show me this woman's tongue. There it is.
Sick, yeah. There she is. Her?
yeah, she's screaming, and Trump retweeted some of their videos.
I mean,
Britain
to
First.
me, these are just people who like have no moral
Compass.
outline and are just trying to grift off of this thing and just make some money being like a provocateur or something like that. Like,
Yeah.
all these like Lauren Southern,
Well,
she's kind of
while
like hot.
fulfilling the
Aryan
obligations
chicks
of
that,
their
like-
Yeah.
political.
Yeah.
Do you think that anybody is actually going against what they actually believe, or do you think they have to, at minimum, believe nothing in order to do this?
Who?
In other words, like, do you think someone who is, say, like a progressive
I would say
could,
that.
for mercenary reasons, just totally? They're like, well, there's money to be made, and there's a market to be
I
made.
think that's
for
what
me
that
to just
Dave
go,
Rubin
right?
guy
The
like,
Kardashians
is.
go.
Well,
Just yeah.
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 I think that's
Create a market.
that probably
and there
happens.
it is. Why
It's-
not? Why not be part of it?
But
Yeah,
you'd
so-
have to believe in nothing.
You'd have
or
to
you
s-
or you would
you'd have to,
or
like-
have
No,
like a
you
slight
believe in that. You
inclination
believe in
toward-
that, Pat.
Sure, a slight inclination toward
Wealth.
what it is you're
Power.
I
saying.
mean, even as an example, Glenn Beck.
Oh, that's
Right.
that's the drug that people can't get
Yeah.
away from, right? I mean,
Did
it
you
doesn't
believe?
matter.
Did you believe Glenn Beck's apology when he said that he was part of? when he-
Right.
Or,
I
or
believe
was he just
every
rebranding?
apology by Glenn Beck. Every single one, I believe.
Yeah, that's the exact same question. So what do you think about the Glenn Beck apology?
I have to go. I have to believe that everybody's some part human and has some echo of a conscience somewhere, and that at least part of that apology was sincere. But
I'm kind of
Wait,
with
what is he
you.
apologizing for? Maybe I'm under a rock
like
on this
you know,
one.
he's trying to rebrand as like a centrist or like a more liberal mind.
Oh,
so he's got like a beard now.
He's
and-
got a beard and a fedora.
Yeah,
Doesn't he wear a
yeah,
fedora?
It,
Oh.
he
Yeah.
literally looks like he consulted with a defense attorney who was like, you need to wear
Change your
natural,
look.
natural fibers,
Yeah.
grow a beard. We have a particular set of classes.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
put
Yeah.
them all up.
And he went on Samantha Bee's show because she's.
But what did he apologize for?
For like being like it
Being
was
a
my
dick?
rhetoric. Yeah, it was my rhetoric that divided the country. And
Gotcha. Yeah.
he's. I mean, he was
And I'm back. I'm
true.
with you
Everything
people
he
now.
said was true.
Was he trying to get with
And
us?
then he's now he's like
Fuck
coming
Trump?
to my show. No, he's hated Trump the whole time. He made that speech that was like, "Why don't we all bathe each other in blood?"
Well, he
Why
had
don't you
a,
just cover me in blood then?
he had a
We
crying
might need to bring
a
that up.
crying
That sounds
apology
pretty
that he
good.
gave too back then when he was still conservative. Do you remember that?
No,
He was
no.
crying as
Can
he
we
was
get a montage
apologizing.
of
He was like, "Well,
apologies?
excuse
We
me
need a montage of apologies.
for just loving my country so much." And it's like it's his what was it called? The Glenn Beck show on Fox, right, or whatever.
Yeah.
For me, he's
So,
a cartoon, so literally nothing he says has substance. It doesn't matter.
Right.
It can be an apology. It can be a rant. It can be anything. It doesn't matter. He's a cartoon.
Right.
You listen to him.
I'm sure it gets good ratings, like when Glenn Beck apologizes.
He's like that stock market guy. Who's
Yeah.
the stock market guy?
Oh, the bald guy.
Yeah.
That person that you
Kramer.
were
Jim
Right.
Kramer?
Yeah.
Or no, he's
That
the investor
day.
guy. Yeah.
Yeah, the investment.
After
oh,
9/11,
bam,
yeah,
bam,
9/12. I told you for
you know, like,
weeks,
I've heard of
you're not
people,
alone.
My father, you know, like
I am turning into a freaking
dealers
Televet.
are like, oh, you live and die by him. And I'm
Okay.
like,
Really?
oh my god, really? I don't know what to say.
Yeah. I mean, I honestly.
But people, it's just like this guy.
Right.
People literally think that this man, Glenn Beck, has
Like
the pulse of
Right.
America
Right.
flowing from his lips,
Right.
and it's I could never understand
I mean,
why,
because
how, or anyone would ever believe that.
He's
Look
just
at the
a-
man. I mean,
he's just a reflection of those people back onto themselves. I mean, it's like they want to hear somebody that looks
Right.
like this talk and say these words, so they just are just magnetically pulled towards Glenn Beck, and it doesn't matter what he's saying; it's just that he's saying.
right?
it.
But he led
And-
people to today.
Yeah,
And
and that
that's
was
what
my
he's
point. And that
apologizing
was
for?
when he's like, "Yeah, I'm part of what brought our country to this polarized
State.
mess," and it's true because he's one of these Rush
And
Limbaughs.
you know what?
or
You know
like-
what? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
He's one of these like post fairness doctrine talking heads that can just go and talk for 6 hours and just
'Cause I'm of two minds on him.
Yeah.
Either he's trying to make sure that his show will live on, no matter what happens in the next year or so, or he's genuinely sorry. But I mean, he is literally not a real person.
no,
I don't think so.
absolutely
So he's no. I mean,
Everything about him is
I'm
fake,
glad that
so-
I'm not
Yeah.
listening to anything that he's saying during this whole apology montage.
Well, who else is
because-
there in this
and,
crew?
Yeah,
I
who
mean, there's,
knows
like,
where
the-
he came from? But like you said, with Fox News, I'm trying to think. There's a bunch of hosts that are no longer hosts on
Yeah.
Fox News. People,
I really think that he's
O'Reilly's
a
a big
derivative
one.
of Trump. Like,
These
you
fucking
go through
psychos.
all those talking heads,
right.
and you end up with
Yeah.
like the ultra talking head, and he's running the nation.
Well,
Yes,
this is the
I-
other chick. This is the.
I think
So,
so.
so for
I think
me,
so.
I'm like, well, there's credence. You have to give credence to these particular people because, unfortunately, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
there's a segment of America, a large,
Takes
vast,
it as the gospel.
almost overwhelming segment of America that believes everything that's said.
truth. Right.
Right.
So it's hard.
Who else?
I mean, you're going against like lemmings, like zombies.
Let's
I don't know.
Yeah,
What do you
well,
mean?
I mean, yeah, it's people who don't want to or
How do you
aren't
play
capable
your
of thinking for
how,
themselves.
right? How do you combat that though?
I don't-
As far as you and I are
Let
considering,
me illustrate
I
this
would like
metaphor
you
with
guys
a
to know
full
that everything
playthrough.
that you believe is wrong.
Right.
But that's hard to. Who's gonna swallow that pill?
The
Nobody-
lemmings are.
I think people should like get out, travel,
This is
see,
actually-
see the country, see
I
the
believe-
world,
yes.
live
Yes,
in some
leave-
other
Well, that's
state.
the whole-
leave your
yeah.
hometown.
Yeah. Go to college somewhere else or something.
Crunch is right though. We can't keep doing this. You guys are probably having really valid points.
No, we're just putting on the video game Lemmings.
Oh, so forget it. We'll continue on with that conversation. Then.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I'll say
But
some smart
it's
shit
a
about
systemic problem.
immigration if you want.
I mean,
Yeah.
we're watching it unfold. We're already laughing about it in France. But I mean that's
was
a
that
country
called?
that's
Veet?
much
VET?
older than us.
Veet
Much
program?
much older than us.
Ah.
It's been there for a long time. That is divided and in a state right now where do we know what's going to happen tomorrow?
Well, I mean, what the hell's
Is
his
it
name?
gonna
Who's their leader?
stabilize? We gotta hope it's gonna
Macron?
stabilize, 'cause
Macron.
I know. I
Our
know he
econ-
gives a firm handshake.
Our economy is based
I know. I know.
largely on what happens there too, right?
Remember how hard he shook Trump's hand in the coverage
Yeah, you better shake. Well, he's a giant.
that they gave them?
But France,
Remember,
though,
Yeah.
If Trump walked up on you, you'd be like, ah, shit.
And Mac,
He's
here's what else.
6'4", he's 200 and...
Oh yeah.
What did they say he was?
Who? Donald Trump?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's huge.
He's a big man.
6'4".
Built like a brick
Yeah, he's
shit
big.
house.
No, if he walked up on you, no, no, he'd be bigger than you though.
Yeah.
Well, that's what.
It's-
Yeah.
it's-
Okay,
it's
that's gonna be it
probably-
because that's what
It's probably
confuses
like
me.
his A1 characteristic as to why he's president right now.
He's a big man.
At the end of all things.
Just because he
It's
was
because
taller
he's
than
6'4".
Hillary Clinton.
You can look up the stats.
No, yeah.
People that are 6 foot or above get paid exponentially more than everybody else.
Yeah.
We don't know why.
I had a boss who I used to work for. He was 6'9",
Jesus.
and I used to see him across the sales floor, and I'd be like, he would be far enough away that I couldn't see who it was, but I could see like the back of his head and the back of his body, like above the cubicle, and I'd be like, why is that person standing on a desk?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh wait, no, it's Chris, the director, like
Giant.
who's
No,
almost
I-
7 feet
giant.
tall.
I worked with a guy
Across
who was
the-
like that too, and he would hang flags, and it would just be like, "That's so funny."
Oh, on the
'Cause-
front of homes and stuff. You said
No,
hang
he was like a septic designer, but he also did wetland science. I'm a land surveyor, so he would hang wet flags
remember
for
that.
his projects.
I gotcha. I thought you were saying
And
he would
but-
just
but
very
he would
easily.
Just, he would just be hanging these flags, and you'd walk underneath them, and normally the flag is not in the way of your prism. Let's say that I use that my instrument needs to see, so you kind of have to pull it out of the way.
Mhm.
This is just
Hey,
so
look at
funny
that.
because he would just be walking along hanging flags like this,
Mhm.
but they were 2 foot above where you would see any other normal flag. So it's just funny. You would be walking underneath his flag.
That's one.
just be
That's
like,
one
it's
of his.
weird. It's just
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
No, the whole line, you'd just be walking underneath and just like, it's just funny.
Yeah.
That was, he just reached up. Like, normally you reach up
Right.
and you hang it on the next branch above your head.
Right.
But that was like at 8 feet at that point.
Yeah.
So everyone else would be at 5.5. The flag would be hanging because they'd be 6 foot tall or less.
It's
So
ver-
it's just funny.
yeah. It's
Tall people are funny.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how unusual is it that the Boston Bruins have a guy who's almost 7 feet tall? Like a 7 foot tall hockey player is the most unusual thing I've ever heard of in like.
He
Chara.
is an anomaly.
Chara,
He's
yeah.
an anomaly.
So
Chara's an anomaly.
he's 6'9", but with skates he's like 7'3".
Have the Bruins always been like a
And his- right,
Eastern
it's the
European
reach.
death squad?
That's the NHL. The
Okay.
NHL is Eastern Europe. The best player in the league is Russian. He's
Oh,
Yeah.
they've been.
yeah.
That picture
It's
of them.
speed.
at the
It's speed
North
and
Station
goals. It's
looked
how
like-
everything's going now. They want offense. They
Yeah,
don't
that's
want.
true.
They don't want people banging themselves against the boards and fighting and having a 1-1 game.
Right.
They want 4-3,
Yeah.
and then
So I gotta
But
say, learning Trump's height made a whole bunch of shit make sense to me. I didn't know that one piece of information. Speaking of,
And no,
stuff
he's
you
an
don't
ogre.
know.
He's like an ogre of a
Yeah,
man.
so he's
Yeah.
just this. Yeah,
And that's why
Gollum.
that's why it sucks for him. That's why he doesn't like the
Gollum.
small hands thing because he's a big man, and for anyone to be making fun of the size of his hands, it's like this is counterintuitive. I'm a really big guy. Don't make fun
relative
of
to
the size.
his
I have
body,
I
they
have
look
normal
small,
hands,
but
and they're bigger than yours. But come on, blah blah blah. Who cares? He's such a dick.
Well,
Can't
yeah.
believe him.
But I was just always curious about how people were like he just seems like an effete, like New York billionaire guy who's like super into the different tidings on the table, and you really have to try these truffles and.
What is it? Rockford dressing?
Yeah.
He's so oily, it's ridiculous.
But then like people are
His
like, oh,
ties
he's
back
so
to Vegas
like aggro and masculine and
dark side.
yeah, the
more
real
than-
alpha male is Donald Trump. And
Yeah.
Fuck.
Well,
No, no,
didn't the
he's-
mob
he's
make
just tall.
didn't the
He's
mob make
Sinatra right
class acceptable for the roughneck? Like you don't have
Yeah.
to be a fet to be classy.
But
yeah,
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 but
he's a tough. He's
he
a
can
tough
be
New
tough
Yorker.
and classy.
Yeah, a tough
Yeah.
New Yorker. Yeah, and
Yeah.
he tells it
In
like
quotes.
it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And maybe certain people, whatever, want that.
But he also likes the
unconscious-
back.
You know,
I don't know who's buying that, but
so a lot of people who voted
buddy.
for him.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why it's so hard to talk about him sometimes, because you're like, well, I don't understand what people think about him.
67 million. That was
How are you doing here? What's going on here?
It's
What
a
is this?
playthrough? It's a full playthrough of Lemmings.
So you can just watch.
Just watch somebody else play a video game.
Oh, is that a thing?
That's what's going on.
I think
on
that's
live
what
stream
kids
right now.
kids do.
Kids,
but
kids
they do it
Let's
on
Play.
like
But it'd be Fortnite or
yeah. They just watch somebody else play it. I didn't know that was a thing.
I watched
Yeah.
somebody's all these like dancers are suing Fortnite because of all the dances in the game or whatever.
Well,
Oh,
Carlton from the Fresh Prince is that what you're talking
Yeah,
about?
yeah,
yeah.
oh,
They
for
use-
the one
swing-
the,
they use
the,
the
the
girls.
swinging arm with the
Yeah.
first one. Yeah.
Or his like white
Wait.
boy dance. No, well, I don't know
Yeah.
which one.
Is
he
that
has
dance
like a
from
classic white boy
Fortnite,
dance.
or did Katy Perry come up with that? Because Katy Perry had the Backpack Kid.
yeah, the
who did that
backpack
dance?
kid. But that's from Fortnite.
No,
Okay.
but
Fortnite came like
I think
chicken and
Fort-
the egg. Fortnite
I
came
no,
believe-
before
because
the
Backpack
Backpack
Kid is
Kid.
also suing.
Oh, he's suing Fortnite.
Yeah.
I thought it was.
Oh.
I thought it was his dance.
So
move.
it was Backpack Kid created that dance on YouTube.
Apparently, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
Fortnite has incorporated into their code
Or
different.
one of the characters does it.
Yeah, like when you
Apparently.
win a battle, there's a series of random
yeah.
dances that they do, and one of them is the
Yeah.
the
Right.
Yeah, no, all my
Carlton dance.
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah.
yeah, it's impossible to get my children not to do that on my basketball team.
The Fortnite dance.
Unbelievable.
Yep.
It's unbelievable
Yeah.
how that's taken.
And you're like, I thought you motherfuckers weren't supposed to be playing video games, but yeah.
Just goes to show why, children shouldn't be given media.
They're gonna do the Fortnite.
Isn't it
dance.
funny though that when you look into all this nonsense, like all the big techie people, like Silicon Valley's biggest school is a Waldorf school where media is not allowed.
Well, that's-
all of those families, media is not allowed to their children.
Yeah, they
I mean,
definitely
all,
have
all
the
of
vibe of like.
they don't
They
allow
don't-
their kids to
yeah.
have cell phones. It's
Is
just
that
funny
true though? Is that,
Yes.
like, according to what? I mean, I read the article about like,
According-
Steve Jobs doesn't let his kids have an iPad or whatever, which is too very specific.
It's not just his family. It's not just Jobs. It's the other big guy there, Bill
Oh yeah. He doesn't
Gates.
let his.
Gates.
Yep.
Yep. You can go to
Gates.
Gates's wife's
Well, yeah, I
page, and but it's just systemic. That go to the Waldorf school in Silicon Valley. It's the most popular school. I have no idea how much they charge, but I bet it's phenomenal.
Probably, yeah, millions of dollars. A
And
year.
it's the reason why, because we signed that. You and I both signed that same agreement,
right,
which was my kids will not watch TV.
right.
So it's they take it. They at least make you sign something.
Okay, so that's what's going on though right now. Your
Well,
kids don't watch. Or you're talking
They
about
do.
people who go.
They
to,
do, but I mean, we've signed an
Waldorf.
agreement with the school that we go to that we won't allow our children to watch.
Oh, that's fascinating because they're
TV.
protecting the community. Because your kids could come in and be like,
Well, that would be
talking
like
about,
Hey, check out this.
like check out this crazy stuff happening in the world online. They could bring the world into the school.
well, the idea is
It'd be a breach.
right. The idea is the imagination should still be the children's. They don't
Right.
want the children's imagination to be taken over by
Right.
cartoons.
Right.
Right.
So when the children come to the school, the world that they create for them with at least when they're small,
Right.
with puppets and blah blah blah, is still it's like when we used to watch Mr. Rogers.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you would go to Never Never Land and take that train ride and
Yeah.
all of a sudden you were the land of blah blah blah. That's where they want the kids to be in essence, where they can find themselves without being told who or what to be.
Right.
That's their idea. I mean, they know that it's not really practical. They know that all of the kids, have media, but they are, like when one of the kids ended up sneaking an iPad into school, it was a big deal. It was like,
Yeah.
how is this possible? This
Yeah.
media device shouldn't have been in the vehicle. Blah blah blah.
It's like Fight Club. His lie reflected everybody else's lie, and then everybody became very upset.
Well, and that's why everyone
triggered by
thinks
that.
also that it's kind of cultish, because it's like don't bring any knowledge from the outside into the inside of our community.
It's like the village.
Yeah, it's exactly
But they're building it. It's like, yes, but this is how you raise a kid with this village aspect, and it's only the idea of at school.
Right.
But for the kids,
But-
they want them to not come in and sing the Frozen song.
right.
They don't want
right.
the Frozen song to be sung on the school grounds. They want the kids to be singing a song of whatever that they've
Yeah.
been teaching them.
Yeah, I'm into it.
That
Yeah, yeah.
Especially since we have a degraded culture.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, especially because
Totally
of social.
banal culture.
Well,
If they were banning the culture we grew up with in the 80s, I would be a little bit less on board with it. Because it seemed like there was some real beautiful stuff made for kids. It was made intelligently.
Yeah, yeah.
What, in the 80s, like film and TV and
Yeah,
media?
film,
media,
TV
yeah.
stuff for kids.
I watched The Goonies on
Oh,
the
like-
plane ride
like
to
Sesame
Boston.
Street?
I watched the
Yeah,
Goonies.
like
yes, Sesame Street.
Hippies-
Sesame Street is
hippies
something
with a
that
vision
no one can really
who wanted
complain
to
about.
tap into
much.
the imaginations of kids.
Yeah.
Created quality
Absolutely.
content for kids.
Yes, and tried to give them
And not
like
just
the
top
correct
down, it was like
well,
bottom
and the
up.
message that was given. Instead of fast motion and wildness going on, it was more like, hey, doopy 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 doop. Let's talk about this, talk about that, guys. Hey, because that's kids need to learn at the level that they're at.
Yeah.
If
I
you
get it. I think
teach
it's cool.
them above the level that they're at, you're going in reverse.
Right.
And I think we're seeing our education system right now, at least in some public schools, driving for MCAS results isn't teaching the kids who they are. They're teaching the kids
No,
what society tells them they need to know.
Did any of y'all catch
So it's-
the guy Jack?
For me, it's just the opposite. Where it's like right now I'm looking at a public school driving an MCAS test, and then that's why you have Waldorf, because it's some people being like, that's just crazy, so we're going way the other way.
Right.
And Waldorf is way the other way right now, but I think the world is slowly going to come back to that way to be like, no, you know what? These kids don't really need to be dealing with this crap right now. Let's just take this crap and shelf it for a while. Let's let them become 8. And then once they're 8, then maybe, we'll give them this stuff. I don't know. We'll see.
Well, the stat was that age 4th grade is when they start looking at porn online, at least the boys. So it's like, yeah, that's not the best.
8 is 4th grade, isn't it?
Eighth
third
might
or
be like
fourth.
3rd grade or something.
Yeah, so that's young.
Yeah, 3rd,
That's
4th
super
grade.
young.
Yeah.
Well, we all know when we had our first wet dream. So it wasn't when we were in 9th grade.
I don't actually. I don't remember that.
I don't know. I told my mom about it.
That's cool.
I don't remember.
So she
mine.
remembers exactly.
Yeah.
Really.
Great, and she tells everyone all the time. It's awesome.
Did you catch? I was gonna say.
I remember the first porn I watched. That's for sure. But I
Me
don't think
too.
I think I was a little bit older than like
Oh, me.
maybe like 5th.
I was
sixth
12,
grade.
I think, when I
Something
got
like
into
that.
that. When I got into that stash.
We found a friend's mother's. I think she had one porno in her like top drawer. And then
I love that.
and the name of the porn was "Touch Me in the Morning."
I was lucky. I had
Okay.
like,
It was
like- it was
I
like
had
a
a dad who was
70s
into the
era.
classics.
Tender.
So you know who Fanny Hill is? And
Fanny Hill? Is that she's like a 70s era porn star?
Maybe earlier.
Oh, 60s. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
This
No,
one-
it was crazy. And then who was the other one? There was young lady Chatterley.
Young lady
Yeah,
child.
it sounds.
Young lady Chatterley still lives on
High
today,
class.
like via like the Red Shoe Diaries
Red Shoe
type
Diaries.
stuff.
Okay,
Yes,
I
that's
remember
Young Lady
those.
Chatterley stuff, and that's way back.
Yep.
Like this, right. My dad's originals that he had that I found and then dubbed over onto other tapes.
Mm-hmm.
eventually.
Didn't
your
didn't
father
David
a
Duchovny host
literary
Retro
man?
Diaries?
Yes, he did.
Oh,
Yeah,
very-
he's
a
out of
little
the
He was
back
an
of
he
Harper's
was an English
magazine.
he was an English teacher.
Okay.
Oh no,
That's
his,
hilarious.
Oh yeah, no, and a collector. So yes, no, he's got like 10,000 vinyl in alphabetical order.
Right.
Oh man. And books, and he sells books online now. He was a teacher for years, but now all he does is antique, and he mostly does books and signatures. So
That's cool.
yeah, no, he's way into that stuff.
Yeah.
The house I grew up in actually had an authentic slave pit. It's part of the Underground Railroad.
Where was that?
Built in
What's-
1732 in Georgetown.
in Georgetown?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love how it's
Yeah.
part of the Underground Railroad, but they still call it a slave pit.
It's interesting.
Like,
Never understood that.
Right.
No, never understood it either. It's a slave
Like,
pit. It's part of the
so
Underground
happy to help
Railroad.
you. I'm
That's
so
what
sorry
we
this happened to
throw
you.
the slaves down in
Is
the
there a
hole. It's
pit?
fine, just
Yeah.
in case. Just in case anyone comes by, we'll
You
throw
gotta
the
throw
slaves
him
down
off
in
the
the
trail.
hole.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's got its own foundation. It's kind of false. It's
No, we're not.
It's
having
okay.
it.
It's
Yeah.
not bad. I mean, it's like a little outshed that you had to build, but yeah, one floorboard, big set comes up, and that was it.
That's it. Yep.
Yeah.
Down, it was only probably 2.5 by 6, maybe 7, probably 7 or
7
8 feet deep.
tall? Okay.
7 or 8 feet deep, but only
Ugh.
maybe 3 feet wide, and then maybe 6
My
feet.
God.
So it was like a coffin,
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, just a
8
little,
feet down. Yeah, it was awful.
little
Just
porta
being
potty.
down there, but it was like, yeah, but what? You know, the design wasn't for them to stay there, it was just to hide there until
Yeah.
whoever
yeah.
went away and then come back up. So.
Yeah, you can't really offer them like nice accommodation.
Yeah, like what do you expect? Fucking shut up and hide, or you're gonna be dead.
Yeah. Let's get you
In
underground.
all likelihood.
What do you want? Somebody come get you?
Yeah.
Fucking cut your head off? Hey,
Do you want-
a tree? No.
you wanna be
I probably
above
should've-
ground?
Probably should have
Yeah.
given you
It's
some
gotta be
poison
underground.
because you'd probably rather be dead than whatever's gonna happen
Yeah.
to you once they catch
Who
you.
knows what's going to happen when you get to Canada? I've never heard about anything that happens to an Underground Railroad person once they get to Canada. It's usually just getting them out of the
that sounds
country,
like a
so-
Google search. What happened
Yeah.
to the Underground Railroad slaves when they got to Canada?
Yeah. When the band broke up.
You never know. You never
When
know.
the band of travelers that were traveling. I wonder how many runs they made. Like how many runs the underground. I mean,
They
and-
probably had the runs a few times. Who knows what they were eating? I guess.
Oh no.
Next stop, Toronto.
Okay. Harriet Tubman. Okay.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
understand.
fucking Rosa Parks, blah, blah, blah.
Bring life.
I don't know. Yeah, somebody else take this. I have to do the same thing. I have to get paid.
Okay.
This is great. You just amazing your own podcast.
Take a
Yeah.
take a piss.
Just take over.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a new show.
Yeah. The show within the show. Yeah, so this is like if this is the show within the show
Yeah.
or whatever however you want to call it.
Coffee chat.
Yeah, that but also like
Martinelli chat.
we could go through Martinelli chat. Pat and I are both drinking Martinelli's gold medal sparkling cider. Non-alcoholic.
Not bad.
But yeah, the show within the show, all the movies in Seinfeld.
Oh yeah.
Rochelle,
Yeah.
Chunnel.
Yeah.
They got to get out of that channel.
What's the one that's just one like exclamation and it's like an action flick? I think
I thought that was
Merry
Chunnel.
Christmas.
oh, that's Channel.
Yeah.
Channel?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
what was going on?
Just talking a little Seinfeld. Yeah.
They should make a few more episodes. The fact that they've really shut it down, in general, to me is pathetic. They know. They have to get it together.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
ridiculous.
I don't know.
Michael
Everybody's
Richards
gonna
is-
swallow their pride. It's gotta be, it's like
He's-
The Office. It's like, everybody shut the fuck up
Yeah.
and make the fucking show. Alright? That's what the people want.
Well, Larry David has Curb, which is like he just did that after like 8
Yeah.
years off the air or something. It's like crazy, some sort of crazy long break.
Yeah.
Which I saw a few of those recent episodes. So one of the creative forces behind Seinfeld.
I would
It's
like
still
to get
it's
back.
still working.
I would like to get back.
Seinfeld
Yeah.
is too, but
The
like,
other one's driving around in antique cars
Yeah,
and
yeah.
talking to
Yeah.
people.
Well, Seinfeld makes an insane amount of money somehow.
I think from the residuals.
No,
right?
it's
From
27
it's,
million a year or something
no,
like
they're
that from.
syndicated.
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 Yeah.
That's right. They're syndicated, so forever
They're-
they prosper.
There's Seinfeld billboards in Southern California letting you know what time you can watch it on TBS. And like it's a '90s era photo still of Jerry Seinfeld, like with his hands across his chest with the mullet.
Yeah.
It's like they're
But
using
like,
they're using
we didn't
stills
have
from
to make up anything new.
right.
This is because you're not going to get anything new.
Right.
You're getting what you wanted. No
Yeah.
soup for you. What?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, Michael Richards is canceled.
Yeah.
I know, but,
We were talking
but
about
for
that.
me, that would be like that's how you bring him back if you're going to bring him back.
Yeah.
But I mean, he did go a little too racist for everybody. We thought
Yeah, we thought at the time.
at the time. Exactly.
Yeah. It was, but we were talking about how that was pre-internet, really, too. Although it was like the early 2000s, something like
You guys
that.
just say the N word a bunch right now.
Right at the beginning.
Yeah.
Just now, yeah.
Yeah, but
Well, we've gone through it all. I mean, we had a whole episode on how Trump's dad got caught being a Klan member and the whole 9 yards. So we know.
I mean-
we know where he comes from. Devonshire Avenue. What was it? 760 something.
Well, that was when they pulled out the tape, of, like the Apprentice tape of Donald Trump saying the
Who knows
N
if
word,
that's real? That's true.
and people being
isn't
like,
Tom Arnold on the case? Doesn't he have like a show about
Yeah,
how he's going to find the
that's
Trump
right.
N-word tape?
They
He
found it.
parlayed that into like a show.
That's amazing.
He's like, I am on the hunt for the Trump N-word tape. You didn't know?
He had it the whole time, right?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
But wait, Mark,
I
Hutch,
mean-
what were you gonna say?
No, it was just like, how did it take this long
Right.
to catch him doing
Right.
that? Yeah,
Who? What? Lied?
Trump saying the N word.
I think people were protecting the tape was the thing. They knew they had it.
I think that
That's-
we all
yeah.
knew that when he got sued for that back in the 80s for being a racist.
Yeah,
Well, he was
their
being
company.
a real estate agent, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, you know he was saying the N word then.
Yes.
Every day. It was part of his parliament.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
It wasn't right. It flowed off the tongue. It's taken years for him to be able to actually exit it from
He
his.
rolled it around like a sweet wine, and yeah.
It was like we talked about this earlier. Like we used to say words in high school. You know, it would be like like faggot used
Yep.
to be a word that you'd say all the time. You know, blah 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 blah. And now we've exited that from our vocabulary. And I was like, wow, that really only took me like I don't know, 10 years. And if I were to ever say it, I would just be like, ugh.
Right.
But I don't even think I would. It just really doesn't come to your mind to say that one particular one. And there's others.
Right.
But for Trump to erase it, probably not.
I mean,
it took a while.
yeah. I
He
think
probably
he's-
has a room. He
I
might
think
have a closet where he goes into and he just screams it like 50 times. He's like, this is soundproof, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not
This
making
is soundproof. You guys sure? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to go in there and yell. You tell me what I said.
I'm not making excuses for him, but like he's born in 47, I think, because my dad's born in 48. That's how I
Yeah.
remember that. And I'm like, oh, they grew up exactly around the same time, experienced all the same cultural, whatever moments or whatever you want to call it, but obviously very different
Like our dad.
upbringing. But
Basically
they
our
were born
dads.
in the same year. Yeah, 47,
Right.
48,
Yeah.
late
Yeah.
40s, early 50s, or whatever, mid or
Yeah.
whatever it is. Yeah. So yeah,
They're
and
all racists.
I was gonna say. I mean, I've heard.
They are.
I've heard.
I'm only
You
kidding.
know.
I don't know. I don't want to speak for any of the other dads, but I know mine is, and he would tell me he's not. But I was
My
like,
mom's racist.
but like, if some poor kid came to the door to sell energy, like they've been doing for 1,000,000 years,
Energy drink.
like the new the new energy providers or door to door, blah blah blah.
Gotcha. Yeah.
He would
Like-
be so freaked out, like,
Never.
"Mom, oh my God, there's a black guy at my door," and be like, why you get such angst? Blah, blah, blah. It's like, Dad.
I didn't move
because
to
you're-
Georgetown to
it's
have
because
black
you're
people
a
knocking on my
racist.
door. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
Because you're a racist, Dad. He's like, no.
No, you're right.
I got what? Yep. You're freaked out right now. The kid, he's 18 years old. He's scared coming to your house. It's just open the door and tell him no, thank you, and tell him to go away.
Yeah.
It's fine.
He's racist like old people are racist, which is racist. So, yeah.
Right. Inherently, like but he would be like, I'm not. I don't care. I don't. Blah, 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 I'll watch anybody on TV or whatever. But that's like there.
You got to give people an exit ramp, right? So you got to be able to call someone a racist when they're a racist, but give them some way out.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. So what do you?
Otherwise,
what
they'll
do you do
never
with
admit to it.
What would you do in that situation?
I don't know what the
Black
exit
person
ramp
at the
is.
door.
Unless it's culturally acceptable, it's like you're you're steeped in a racist ideology. It's cool, but you should work on it. Even that's controversial.
Well, I mean, okay, so like, hey, Dad, that's racist. You know, there's just a black guy at the door. He's just working and stuff like that. But then you can give the exit ramp by being like, hey, it's cool, man. It's like, it's all good, but just go to the door, go into the door, tell him you're not interested. You know. Let him earn it back. Let him earn back the. Give him the opportunity.
Right. I swear he's not going to try to rob you. I swear. Just
Yeah,
go and
yeah.
open the door. He's not going to do it.
Just, Dad. This is just
not a
not
big
how
deal.
robberies work.
That's right. Right. I kind of remember going through that a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. They wouldn't come.
They're not going
door
to come
like
knock on your door, Dad. They're just going to come in through the window. This house was built in 1732. I could open this whole house with like a screwdriver.
You just go to the corners.
What is a classic exit ramp? It would be like, okay, getting him to see exactly that he is racist, but then, after allowing him to see that clearly, not making him admit it, give him the ramp, be like, well, you know, I get that this is sort of out of context. This is not a person who would normally be in the neighborhood, and you're seeing it through that
No, you
lens.
just have to point it out to them to be like, no, you just don't even know that you think it.
Yeah.
You have to point out and be like, why are you acting like this? Be like,
It's
well,
like it's in
because
blood.
Yeah.
right.
Actually, the person thing doesn't work either. It would have to be...
You just have to point
You
it
would
out
have to
to
rely
them, 'cause they
entirely
don't-
on...
they
There's a
literally
stranger,
don't
you know, like
notice.
when a stranger comes to my porch, I also freak out.
Yeah.
So let them
Oh,
publicly-
Yeah,
in
you
other
can
words,
say that. You can say, and it
publicly-
wouldn't matter the color of the person.
Any
Like,
stranger.
any
Still-
stranger.
Any
Right.
stranger comes
On
to my
my
door,
front
I'm freaked
porch.
out. So
Like,
let
it
him,
totally wouldn't matter the color of the person.
Right.
But yeah.
yeah, so let him like publicly save face, privately consider all night that he's a racist, and so people change.
Yeah.
You want them going and looking in the mirror like, am I really?
Everything's good,
Oh my
right?
God.
Right.
Yeah.
No, they all just need to know that they're racist and they just don't know that they're racist.
Well, that's that irony poisoning stuff we were talking about. Have you heard of this thing?
Well, it's about anything, too. You're not just talking about black people. Muslims.
Go on.
Everything. It's like, you know, people are racist against those people. It is the way it is.
Name one.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, those are the
Yeah,
two
no,
best
it's-
ones, I guess.
Yeah.
If you want to go top to bottom.
Well, they said on Come Down the thing to say is like, you know who I'm talking about.
Right.
Just let the person come up with their own.
Right.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
I
the
don't like
idea
to
of
think
people
that
being
works.
inherently racist against certain... I mean, being racist against African Americans isn't new news. Being racist against Muslims is relatively new.
No, that's like, if you're talking Europe, that's like
No, I
thousands
mean
of years
in
old.
America, sort of like
Yeah.
the anti-Muslim sentiment
That's
has
9/11,
definitely
that's
kicked
just-
up. I'm not talking
yeah.
about the Crusades. We know we're still fighting them. I've talked about that. at
Even
length.
Alan
We're still
Moore wrote
fighting
that
war,
racist
yeah.
screed against
It's
Muslims.
the worst
or
war,
whatever. Did you read that?
longest war of
No.
all time, right?
Oh, yeah.
What's
What was
that?
what?
The Crusades, still not over, right? They're still
It's the
fighting.
300 Years War.
No, the Crusades are still on.
You're
right?
saying the
there are
Crusades are still
definitely
going on.
people on this earth right now that are still fighting, specifically like
Like a,
that
a
war.
holy.
Yes.
or
No,
like
you- and you're
that
right,
shit.
because
there is, like-
they have not. Well, we all know that they haven't stopped for a holy war, but there isn't. It's not just them.
The Knights
Right.
of Columbus is like literally
Right.
like that imagery.
That's what that is.
Yeah, it's that, and then there's like a European version
The
of it. Where they're
Templars.
Yeah.
yeah, it's
Yes.
all this shit where like we're knights, we're
It's
in the
not
Crusades
over.
still,
It's
and-
not over.
It may
Yes.
look like we gather in a bingo hall and drink Coors Light
And we
hold a
do.
charity fundraiser every year.
But in the basement, 2 hours later.
Right.
But it's true. It's a little
We
bit of
changed.
make
We
believe,
haven't
and we do some
changed.
role playing and stuff. But I'm a knight.
Right.
I'm the master,
Right.
and I have 300 skill points. And I went into a Freemason lodge in Manchester. There was
How'd you get in?
they had an open house.
Oh.
I was walking downtown. I had like the
The
day to
Freemasons
myself.
have fallen on hard times.
Oh
Are
yeah.
they
Oh
looking
my
for
god.
new
They were like,
members?
please stay.
Right.
They're like, we need young people so bad.
Don't they still run the world?
No.
I'm only kidding.
No, they're like 90 years old now.
People believe they still run the world, though. The
Yeah, and it's
Masons.
like pancake breakfast and shit. And then he
Yeah.
brought me into the chamber, and you've said out loud, I was like, this is heavy. And it's
Yeah.
like the raised, like the eyes wide shut raised
Mhm.
throne thing. And
Yes.
there's like the book in the middle of the whole room, and people just sit around and watch you. It's
Yeah.
You know, but he did that too. He's like, it's just make believe, but I'm the leader.
Yeah.
I'm the master.
Yeah.
And you know.
Wait, did he
that
say
it's
it's
just
make-believe?
He did. He's
use
like,
that-
no, it's a little bit of play acting and stuff like that, but I'm the master, and
Right.
you know, we do this thing, and blah blah blah. I teach you the first few secret handshakes, and that, you know, we just instantly get you through level 5.
Yeah.
So you start on level 5. So it's like
Right.
pyramid scheme talking too. They're like,
Right.
look, we're just gonna get like 3 people right onto you right away,
Right.
and yeah.
Oh, I
So
never
that
knew
was-
it, but my grandfather was teaching me one of the secret handshakes all the time.
What is it?
Because he was a Mason.
Let's see.
No, it was just that.
Oh really?
Okay, switch it over to the.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you really had to. It was like a.
Yeah, this is kind of the more.
Yeah, he would always try to crush your fingers to teach you to be. I don't know. He was also a colonel in the Marines. I don't
Okay,
know,
yeah.
maybe just had problems.
Somebody who would be
I don't
very into a firm handshake.
He was a Mason.
Yeah.
Colonel Marine. Yeah. Flew Corsairs. So he was a nut job.
Yep.
It's a lot of boys' club memberships. There's almost no room left for the
That's
men.
what I did. Yeah,
It's just a boys' club.
Yeah, so that guy's name was actually I won't say his name.
I just realized I was.
What's his name?
I was gonna go more on into my story. And I realized,
go
no,
ahead.
shut up, moron. You're being a moron. No more on that.
So, are you going to join the Masons or?
No, that was like 4 years ago.
Okay.
It just
Yeah, no. Yeah, I ended up with his ring, but I yeah, no.
it felt like that would be a pretty loser move
That was really
on
weird.
my part to join the Freemasons. I feel like y'all would be like worried about me and stuff, and like I don't know what Mark's up to in Manchester these days.
Just
I
going to
know
do it for a year.
If you
Try it
get
out.
control of that hall, who knows what you can do with that?
Yeah, what if you became the fucking
Just-
master,
No,
dude?
Those halls are weird. Have you been in those halls?
Yeah,
I
but
been in the
actually
night,
have
night
I
of
have been
Columbus.
in
how long do you have
Okay, yeah.
before
They're weird.
the oldest people die out, and then you get to like assume it would have to. That's like a 20-year game.
Oh,
You
you
gotta
said
be
they were.
like-
You said they were all 90.
Rusty was in his 50s.
But at the end of 20
Yeah, but-
years, you guys could have a pirate ship docked in this harbor here.
yeah,
Looks like
I mean,
you're the captain.
I could own a Shriners Hospital.
Sure. Yeah.
Buying a
That's-
pirate ship would be
I mean, that's the
Something- you know
Shriners
what?
is actually the whole appeal to the Masons. They're the Fez guys, and they're the ones with all the power and the money. And you work your way up through the Masons to become a Shriner.
Okay.
And I guess, as enshrined, or like they're the people who build churches or something. They're the best
Right.
Masons.
Right.
And
Are the Masons for the
No,
things
yeah,
that
yeah.
the Shriners build?
yes.
maybe, yeah.
Yeah. No, they're built on the triangle and the square.
Okay.
No, but Mason
Buildings.
is like
Okay,
is
okay.
actually
Masonry buildings.
brickworking,
It's like the
stonework. Yeah.
yeah,
And if you want to build something that's going to last forever, I mean, yeah, build it out of stone. That's the thing.
for sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, they're definitely
But-
based. Like a lot of the lore about them is on what they built, how they built it, where they built it, and what direction they built it. How
Yeah,
it was
it's all-
spacing,
Okay,
all of this.
Okay, right.
Oh yeah, the
Alchemical-
architecture of it. Look
Right.
at how these are all built, and look at what it means. There's a nexus right here. Oh my God.
Right.
Blah blah blah. So yeah, who
Yeah.
knows? But yes, Masonic stuff is definitely what with symbols. They're big on symbols.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you all those movies are kind of based around that with Tom Hanks. What are those stupid?
Oh, yeah.
Da Vinci Code.
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of those symbols and is based on a lot of different stuff, but
Yeah.
Masonic stuff. A lot of it.
Well, didn't the Knights of Columbus originate because the founder or whatever was like, I wanted someone white that my children could look up to, and it was like Christopher Columbus. Isn't that?
Is that what it was?
That I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You didn't have any other fucking.
The only thing I know about Columbus is that Italian Americans were very instrumental in
Yeah.
getting his holiday sort of
Yeah, I believe that.
because they were like, well, we want an Italian hero.
Does
I think very few people think of think of Columbus as Italian.
No,
Right. I always claim him as Portuguese as one of mine.
but
Sure.
didn't they just bankrolled the trip or something like that, right?
Yeah,
Queen
I think so.
Catherine.
Or I think he went to the
Yeah.
government. Yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna go to this fucking island over here.
Look, I mean, the Portuguese were great sailors, but they were no Columbus.
There were no Columbuses. Yeah. Well, where's Vasco da Gama hail from? Or
Da Gama might be Portuguese.
I think he might be. Who's Junipero?
Yeah, Portuguese
Is that Fountain
explorer.
of Youth? Junipero.
I thought that was.
No, that's
Ponce de Leon. There you go.
yeah. That's a Spanish fucking idiot.
That's it.
Yeah. There he is.
Yeah. Vasco da Gama.
Yep.
A Knight Templar. Portrait of a Knight
There you
Templar.
go.
See, double dose.
Whoa.
He's like, I sail for the queen.
Yeah, no, he knows some
Yes.
shit. See, those
Yes.
eyes right there. I know stuff I can never tell anybody.
Right.
Some shit is buried somewhere.
things above my boat.
People do search for Templar treasure to this day, all day, every day.
Well, the Vatican too has like the hidden gallery of treasures that you're not supposed to see or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
you know, that's a big conspiracy theory, and
Oleg is one of them.
I got laughed out of a conversation there because I was like, just this stunted. Like, I was trying to speak English and they didn't know any English, and I was like, the secret treasure in the Vatican.
When you were in Italy.
Yeah,
You
they're
were
like, what are
asking-
you talking about? I was like, I don't know.
asking
People
people.
say that there's drawings of, you know, things in the sky or like interesting objects, and finally I was like aliens or like UFOs, and it was just like ah, and like a lady like across the room was like, what's he talking about in Italian? And she's like, UFOs. Like, yeah, but
Were you on a tour? You were being led.
I was
to
at a
tour?
dinner.
Oh, okay.
And I met somebody who was like an art historian
Oh,
from
I
the
see,
Vatican
right.
or something like that. But it's like they would never give her that clearance, like
Right.
the real Pope or whoever. The
That kind of
cardinals.
queued up a weird question for me. Are
Yeah,
we
right.
one of the only cultures that believes in, like, UFOs?
Ugh. I know that like
Like, classically, not
It
like,
would be super
not like
interesting to
ancient,
see
not like
the-
if that was
like
actually
the, well, the
like-
stories and the art that come out of other cultures about UFOs. Are there guys in the equivalent of an airstream in the New Mexico desert in Sicily? It's hard to believe. I think.
Well,
what would
no,
what would the
no, that's
Sicilian
like- I
equivalent
think-
be?
Well,
yeah, like believing
I
in
would go more
bullshit
for,
like
like,
that
China.
seems to be uniquely.
Of course, that
Oh
would
yeah,
be
we're in China.
because that's so much land that you would think aliens would be like, I can land here. No one is here except.
Well,
for
they got UFOs. I mean, so China's big enough where there's a bunch of like just
I
stupid.
think they're
people
big
that-
in they're big in Russia. I think.
Yeah,
Those sightings are
yeah,
big in
yeah,
Russia.
yeah. They love that shit.
Yep.
Oh, okay. All right.
Well, they have actual like meteor events that happen.
Well, they have satellites too.
Siberia and stuff.
So this would be. What about third world countries? Probably more.
There's a shitload of stories of astronauts being like, I don't know what that thing is. Like being up above the Earth and there's something flashing at them or something like that. And they're like, is there a satellite over there? And NASA's like, no.
Oh well, what is that?
Like, you know?
Yeah.
Like, so,
Yeah.
Okay, so UFO.
but yeah, there's a UFO enthusiast club. Okay, so this is just worldwide. Do you think there's like a...
Iranian.
Let's just go through this. Yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, okay.
a lot lately. Or in the past
Yeah.
12, 15 years.
And then
Oh,
the
that could be us
instant
then.
we all started
That could
carrying
be us.
around
You
high
never
definition
know.
cameras in our pockets.
Or Russia.
No more
Nothing.
signal. Nothing. Zero.
Right.
Yeah.
Hmm.
The
instant we all
UFO
got
is an
iPhones.
artifact of home video recording.
It seems to be, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. So
Give
there you go.
everyone, right? Give everyone a supercomputer in their hand, and all of a sudden, this is a shitload of UFOs, guys.
No, none. You know,
Oh, none?
because if there was a real UFO sighting, everybody would have a picture of it from every different angle now. We've never had like an event like that. It seems like.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
I bet UFO enthusiasts would beg to differ.
I bet the aliens got wise and they were like, we can't.
We all know.
Can't
what
do the
aliens are.
UFO thing
They all
anymore.
laugh and they're like, we're deep under the surface of the ocean, guys.
Okay.
We have colonies. We're sending up probes. They're octopus. You guys know this, but it's okay. It's okay.
The octopus.
Keep looking up in the sky. That's what we do. We send one up in the sky every 36 months, just
I
to
was
make
just-
sure you guys keep looking up there.
I was just retweeting dead octopus pictures, just like finding restaurants that were posting like pictures of their cuisine where there's like a big octopus tentacle and stuff like that.
They are delicious.
Retweeting every single one that I found.
A good
And then
fire
somebody-
Just to
roast
spread
is
some
calamari.
hate.
Just spread a bunch of dead octopus pictures. And yeah, somebody finally was like, "That's enough. Stop. That's too much octopus."
Right.
I was like,
We can't
Mission
stop.
accomplished.
We can't stop on this show.
Where do we got? What's next? Indian. Now, I mean, obviously they have Indian UFO sightings. Where would you expect there to least to be?
The best ones would probably
Puerto
be
Rico is rife with
in
UFOs.
the Sudan.
Oh, really?
I bet the
yeah.
best would be in the Sudan. They'd probably just touch down in the Sudan and hang out for like 6 days and don't see anyone.
Yeah, it's where they look at that UFO sightings in Sudan. This is a great rabbit hole. But yeah, you're right. They sort of figure out they go to the deep desert and then just
Park.
yeah,
And
because they've all saw
Charge.
Dune too, and they figured
Right.
out that they want.
Who would be having none of this nonsense? Monaco.
Okay.
UFO sightings in Monaco. Or in Luxembourg.
Yeah. No, okay, so Monaco did not come out.
Well done, Pat. Well done.
Yeah, good
He's
call.
the first.
Yeah. Oh no, Luxembourg. This UFO Hunters site has a map of every. That's
Oh.
that's pretty good. Shout out to UFOhunters.com.
Oh, they're all, whoa, it's centralized. in
Okay, the
Luxembourg.
Luxembourg is all fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, Europe is that's honestly Europe's problem is that they've been ravaged by UFO
Too many UFOs.
activity. Yeah, it's not the Muslims.
That's why the
it's
government
these
should be stabilizing.
Gray.
Yeah.
Another kind of alien entirely.
Yeah.
So, let's look at the world map of the United States then.
Okay. How do I go to? There we go. Bum, bum.
Oh, there's a well-known UFO story / sighting in the White Mountains in New Hampshire.
Oh, really?
We did a Sheffield show where they have a monument in Sheffield, Massachusetts to the
I
UFO.
think I listened to that episode. Yeah.
Nice. Yep.
Where,
Colorado
wait,
map.
where's Sheffield? Is Sheffield
I
Western?
think it's right there.
Oh yeah.
This must
That's
be
it?
Sheffield here. Oh, this was like the other day.
What? Yeah, but
What
what town?
happened?
What town was it?
I don't know.
Which city? View sighting.
Yeah.
Click that link.
This happened in November. Okay. I'm back in. Now there's all these ones. Wait. No, okay, here we go.
Maybe that was just showing you like within the last month or something.
Yeah. 2017. But I just want like,
The location.
yeah. Oh, it's just user submitted. This is going to be the best site. This is going to take so much of my time tomorrow.
Yeah, no, because that wasn't. Sheffield
Okay, here we
is up
No,
by
this is-
Springfield, just north of Springfield.
Oh, it's the MUFON people. I was driving on the highway with a friend near Wollaston Beach in Quincy, Mass. Hell yeah. 2 lines in.
Yeah.
Yep. Alright, I'm always seeing orbs.
Better link.
Information
Yeah, this
list.
happened. Yep. So it sounds like a typical one.
This is somebody who's just having like trail hallucinations. Okay, so let's go to Rockport. Look at this. March 3rd.
We're right on the coast, so.
This is to the listener, this is exactly where we record our podcast, right? Where that point is.
That's the Latin law.
Come find us if you want an ass kicking.
While going through my film roll from Halibut State Park during our nor'easter March 3rd, 2018, the winter storm Riley, I noticed something odd. In a sequence of 3 shots taken at 1 and 5,000 second in rapid fire, I picked up a moving object, UFO/orb? Question mark. All I can say is that I didn't see it in real time while I was shooting, and no bird is moving that fast. Any ideas? What are the... Oh, can we click on the images?
No, okay. Look at that. He uploaded the images.
Yeah, of course he did. What is this? A game?
Oh yeah, look at that orb
That white
traveling
dot.
very fast.
Oh yeah.
That's the sun.
It's literally like a speck of dust, but I don't want to be a.
That's a good photo without the.
It was
orb.
wire.
Seriously.
It is, yeah.
Well, it's a
Nice-
nor'easter.
nice looking
so, I
wave.
mean, it's should be. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, it moved.
It's a little odd.
It moved pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So he's shooting pretty quick. Obviously, that wave doesn't look like it changed much. And that orb definitely moved. Let's go back.
Okay.
How many shutters is this? How many frames is this?
1/5,000th of a second.
Let's go to the big one. Maybe it'll have like a thing. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So it was
Okay.
it's moving that way.
So it's moving up and away. But that's pretty
so
fast.
that's 200 yards out in the sky.
That's pretty fast.
By cosine, arctangent. Yeah, that's going about 4 billion miles an hour.
That is interesting. Any ideas?
I mean,
It obviously moved.
yeah, I mean, I personally have never seen anything that looked like a UFO.
Where's the
unidentified
The
flying
Gloucester one is going to be like
object?
3 girls walking down the street.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, is it a UFO? Let's go up here. I bet there's some cool ass shit.
Wait, where are you going?
Yeah, let's go to
It's
Lapland.
Norway.
Lapland. Yeah.
Look at this. Look, that's not
Saw a light in the
the
distance.
name of the country.
Norway.
It was only a burning church.
Yeah. Death.
Yeah.
Yeah. In my future.
Yes. I'm going to go home.
What's the name of that? Is it the name of the band or the guy?
Mayhem.
Golgaron? I thought his name was like.
Are you talking about the guy that blew his brains out on the cover of the album?
No, I think we were talking about the two bands that had like a rock beef.
Oh, they burned a church?
Yeah, they each burned a church and the other's like turf.
That's
But-
cool. Respect.
But
In
that,
Detroit?
no, in
No, in
Norway,
Norway.
like the Norwegian death metal.
Oh,
music
there we go.
scene
Okay, so
is like hardcore, but it's also like clearly it's a way that they kind of market themselves too. Like we burn churches down here
Fuck you.
to
guys.
sell our
We'll
records.
fucking burn your church.
all right, this is all right. There's so the people I know are here.
Hulu?
Yeah.
Hulu? Why? Do you know people in Finland who claim to have seen UFOs?
My employers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, don't tell the audience that I have an employer that they can petition
Okay.
to kill me, but
At first sentence I don't like. It's
No.
on. Right?
yeah.
Are you
I
on
was
the
having a
balcony or
cigarette
in
in
the
my
balcony?
balcony. Yeah.
I
Are
was
you in
having
it
a
or
cigarette in my balcony watching
Yeah,
the
you might
night
be
sky.
on it.
I'm on the balcony.
It said
Yeah, you
I'm
would
not
say
in my
yeah.
balcony.
You can't be in a balcony unless it's
Yeah.
like. Yeah.
okay, so this thing's going in weird angles. Yep.
Well, English isn't their first language, probably, right? If they're
Yeah, but that's a common thing. Is like it's just like the thing pulling like a full like 270-degree turn instantly or something.
I have some military
Ooh,
background.
cigar-like.
And at first, tried following the lights as a fighter jet, and was awaiting.
Wait,
A sight-sonic boom jet. Engine sound, and to try and recognize the aircraft BU sound.
cigar-like.
was
Cigar-like
none.
shape is from I think that crazy. He predated Alex Jones. He wrote that book, Behold the Pale Horse, which I actually bought but he claims, well, he is ex-military, but he talks about seeing UFOs that were cigar-shaped.
Yeah.
I forget what the author's name is, but the name of the book is Behold a Pale Horse.
What is he writing about? Just
Conspiracy
buried-
theory.
Any
Government-
conspiracy
Bible
theory.
verse.
Does he
UFO.
also? Is
Yeah,
he the
it
guy
is.
who said no moon landing, or a different guy?
He maybe piled that on.
Right.
Like, but he basically predated Alex Jones
Right.
in terms of like that type of
Great title.
media.
Very
Yeah.
ominous.
Behold a Pale Horse. Yeah,
So
the cover
his
is nuts.
article is a little
It's a
Yeah.
drawing.
Yeah, I mean,
meh.
I feel like all of
Meh.
these are gonna be just people
same
like,
sort of
I
meh.
saw something weird in the sky. I don't know what it was. Any ideas? Any takers?
Whoa.
These douchebags in the UK think they're
I
fucking.
think they're seeing shit everywhere.
They're all gonna leave in Brexit.
Hey,
Hey, there's Sicily.
Yeah.
Palermo. Or Nancy Palermo.
There's
So
only
is that
one.
making this spaghetti?
Yeah. I was
Oh,
into my
no.
kitchen, of course.
I was about to give my mama a kiss.
I was just squeezing the red wine up between my toes.
Oh, webcam. No images. I want.
I thought they were ships.
Punta Salesi in Palermo. Palermo's in Sicily. I thought it was in it's cool. Came down to a couple of lights.
Then
Thought they
the
were ships.
lights, which were thought to be ships on the horizon, disappeared.
So it just could have been ships signaling one another with lights, and then been like, okay, we get it. we're good.
Right.
Yeah.
If you only knew Morse code, you'd be like, oh no, they said, hey, I'm trying to get into the harbor. All right, I'll get the fuck out of the way. Oh, all right.
Yeah. Oh, you can be a member and become part of the UFO research team. That's a good hook.
They should give Cyberbucks away like everyone else.
Yeah. What they need is some cryptocurrency.
Yep.
Forget
Crypto,
Masons, you need to go to the
UFOs.
UFO hunters.
It's true. 194,000 sightings.
Wow, that's what's on the site. Holy shit.
You'd have to analyze all the words and find all the anomalies where people like aren't talking about flashing lights and aren't talking about
Things
change of
moving too
directions and
fast.
stuff. Yeah, and to see like, I want to see like,
Yeah, people don't get probed anymore. Whatever happened to that?
What was-
Abductions.
remember
Yeah,
in Communion what they called the gray aliens in Communion? The little boy called them little blue doctors. Like I want to see. I'm gonna read some story. That's
Ugh.
terrifying.
Communion.
Yeah, that,
What's
that,
Communion is with Christopher Walken.
Okay.
And like, yeah, and maybe
Anything
he's
with
like, when you were a
Christopher
boy,
Walken
you
is
used to talk
probably
about the
gonna
little
be-
blue doctors that would come to visit. It's like, oh my god. yeah, it chills up my fucking spine.
Yeah.
Let's see if that's in here.
But it's kind of a chilling topic. It's just cliches. So anything you can think of that's non-cliche becomes chilling again.
Okay.
What about best representation of aliens on film or TV? Fire in the Sky, or
Oh,
That's-
just
that's
gray
hidden
aliens, like
episode,
an
I know,
alien
but
abduction,
yeah, just see
easily fire in the sky.
yeah,
E.T.
ET.
No, an
Wow.
alien abduction, like an actual abduction scene. Have you seen this thing?
Fire in the
We
Sky?
should just take 9 minutes and just watch
No, I
a
have.
fire in the sky abduction
Yeah,
scene.
no, didn't you made me watch
I've
it before?
avoided this scene my whole life. I'm gonna watch it now.
Oh, we don't have to.
It sounded so horrifying whenever you guys were describing it.
Starman.
I mean, now's
Starman?
a
Who was in
chance.
that? Who was,
That was the dude
Oh,
Bridges.
yeah.
Bridges, yeah.
What about-
Lebowski?
and the girl from
Just put it on
Superman,
mute.
Original Superman.
Oh,
don't remember her name.
that actress. Yeah, she was in a bunch of stuff
Yeah, but
from
she
the
was,
from the original Superman with
yeah.
what's his name? I can't remember.
Christopher Reeves.
Reeves, yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
And she was in Indiana Jones. That same actress.
Yes, that same one. Yes.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, she was in. Oh, look at this. This is a star-studded cast.
He was the T-1000.
Yeah. He's the friend. He's not the guy that gets abducted.
And then that guy ended up being a well-known director.
This guy here?
No, the guy in the front seat.
Oh, all right.
That guy did a lot of acting.
He-
Everyone
he,
in
di-
this
he
I've seen
directed.
so far has.
He directed Friday Night Lights, the movie,
Right
and a
on.
bunch of other stuff. I forget what his name is.
Yeah. You see, they're looking at it. They're like, what the fuck is that? That is fucked.
Oh, that's
from Flight of the Navigator, or no, from E.T. I think that's
That's
the
Elliot?
actor. I think
yeah, that's Elliot.
yeah.
Definitely.
Fuck!
I never made that connection before. I haven't seen this.
Yeah.
in a very,
Who's
very
that
long
guy?
time.
This is an incredibly well done movie for
The guy
Because
to
I
the
mean,
extreme
well,
left.
obviously, no, to the extreme left. I know who that is now.
Oh,
But
okay.
he sat up. But who's in the middle?
The guy in the middle is he's been in a few other. His name's actually I know his name. His name's Peter,
Oh!
Peter Berg.
Yeah, no, and he's
Yeah.
a big director. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, he's been in a million
He's been
things.
in other movies,
yeah,
too,
sorry. Yeah,
Pat,
that's what's his
I got a
name.
question
Yeah.
for Pat. What is so viscerally horrifying about the alien abduction experience? Like, why is that such a trope for just going to a place of pure, unadulterated terror for people? Do you think?
Don't you think that people like to feel grounded in some kind of reality that has a human history and a human future, and then to just be thrown into the maw of an unknown
Yeah.
where humanity is irrelevant, hasn't existed, you've just been pulled into it, never will be relevant.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. It pulls you completely out of time and context into this just...
Yeah,
Into
all
what
of
the
like the
fuck?
the comforting
Yeah.
context that Thomas Jefferson was a president of the United States.
Yeah.
And now it's
Like what?
and now
is
it's the
this?
year 2018.
Right, so in this situation now, they wouldn't have to go and all get abducted.
No,
They
they
could
don't.
all have
they
their
don't.
cell phones on, though, and already been documenting this.
Yeah,
Yeah, they could be live
none of them
streaming
have...
Instead of
any recording gear, and then this
all of them
shithead-
know, like, no one will ever believe this. All of
Yeah.
them already know this.
That's Travis Bickle, everybody. He's about to get fucked up by a goddamn UFO.
Travis Bickle. Isn't that the name of the guy in
No.
Taxi
Yeah,
Driver?
Yeah, you're right. His name is Travis, though.
That was the guy from Cutting Edge. And
This guy? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Travis
Remember that
Barker.
movie.
who's that? Oh, that was, what's his name? Okay.
Yeah.
So this guy's
That's
obviously just
very
drunker than
true.
everybody
He's
else.
just- yeah, so this guy's about to
This
basically
is
enter
like the DVD cover right here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's about to do that.
My father was
Yeah.
talking to me about that movie Contact today with
Oh, yeah.
Jodie Foster.
Yeah.
I was like, why is he bringing that up? And he was like, I think they stole the idea from The Wizard of Oz. like you see behind the curtain. And I was like, yeah, I get it.
Yeah. Maybe
The creator.
Carl
And-
Sagan wrote that shit
That's what we were talking about. We
Yeah.
were talking about Carl Sagan.
because he smoked a bunch of weed.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if you see that, you don't go near that.
Right.
Do not.
That means stay away.
Yeah, a floating mushroom in the sky that's like putting off red mist. Like no. Yeah.
Is his story that he's loved aliens since he was a kid?
No, he's just.
No, they're just. What are they? They are working on a.
You probably never had any concept of aliens until this point. You didn't think there was gonna be.
They're like working on the mountain or something, or what are they doing?
They're lumberjacks.
They're lumberjacks. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah. Go back to the car, my dude.
Oh, I can't now.
Second he thought about it.
Yeah. Ugh.
He'll be fine. Yeah, he's gonna be like, yeah, I'll go get him. Once they leave and everything.
Yeah. I wonder if we'll get dinged for this.
Yeah, who knows?
Who gives a shit? Yeah.
It's been on for longer than 30 seconds.
Definitely been on way longer than 30 seconds.
They just leave
This
their
is great
friend.
for the audio.
Because
people.
they're arguing. They're saying like, he's dead, man. He's dead.
Yeah,
just go.
yeah.
Just go. Like, yeah, that's the dialogue. There.
But that's the
wasn't
abduction
dead.
scene. That's
No.
not the.
No,
No.
definitely not dead.
No. I mean, he got hit with a.
Yeah, the experiment
light,
scene
but-
is the one.
Oh God! Look at that! Look at that still on
So-
the second. Jesus Christ!
In that scene, had they sucked up his
Oh my
his
God.
mind, or he just never got sucked up?
No. So then he wakes up, Here.
stole
They
his
leave and then
life
the-
essence.
and this is much
And
later in the
implanted
movie.
their own.
Yeah. The movie actually goes from that scene that
Yeah.
we just watched to him coming home.
He keeps having flashbacks.
Yeah. Or is time
Yeah.
distorted, and
Yeah.
what we perceived as a flash of a second was like him going up to the ship?
No,
Oh,
there's
it
nothing
wasn't
like that.
Oh.
He's gone for like 2 days. There's a whole drama in the town because the town thinks the other lumberjacks killed him.
Right.
And there's all that's going on, and he comes back and he's all fucked up and PTSD'd out, and then he remembers everything at the end, and this is the climax of the movie here.
But what I just saw, it looked like he just was still on the ground. He never went up to the ship. I didn't see him.
They
go
drove
up.
off. They were like, "Get out of here," and that's the last you see.
Oh, why did they go pick him up? The light went out.
So this
They
is
got
what
scared.
happened afterwards?
They got
This
scared.
so this is him waking up inside. As Pat put it, the maw.
I don't find his friends
The
to
maw
be
of the
very
underworld.
likable characters.
Yeah, no, they're nice. He meets some very nice aliens who treat him very well.
3 squares.
Teach
a
him
day.
all the secrets of their technology in the universe, and let him go. He's better for it.
So if his friends just hadn't ditched him, none of this ever would have happened.
They addressed that in the film, yeah.
It's too bad.
That's tough on a friendship.
Yeah, T-1000 says, like, when we went back for you, he was like, went back, you left me there? And then the T-1000's like, whoa, fuck this. And storms off, and that's the last they talk to each other. It was also like, yeah, dude, you got out of the fucking truck and had to go look at this goddamn
Right.
floating fire mushroom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
You
could have
kinda
been
did-
20 years in
you
the
did
future.
put
We
this
all
on
could have had
yourself.
iPhones. Yeah.
terrible. Just like do your work. Like if you're a lumberjack.
Yeah, just get out of the truck.
Down.
Yeah, yeah.
Cut your logs.
Yeah, look, he's in like a chamber.
Meet your quota.
Yep.
He's in the deep chamber of the alien, but there's
This looks very Matrix.
I was gonna say it looks similar where they're stacked.
Yeah,
The pods.
yeah.
Yeah.
the creepy beehive thing.
Human batteries.
Yeah, oh, and he falls, but then it's like
Umbilical
0G
cord.
kind of situation where,
This is not good.
yeah, yeah.
This
I
is-
don't even know.
Alright, I'm already starting to freak out. Let's talk about something else.
All right, let's talk about something else. Yeah,
Jeez, there's your umbilical cord. Yep, you're gonna have to chew that off with your teeth or something.
yeah.
Don't pull on it.
Oh, this is creepy. He falls into
yes.
another dead, decaying corpse.
Putrefied remains.
Yeah.
How does it smell in there, bud?
Yeah.
Oh, it smells just wonderful.
Uh,
I'm still sort of alive.
Yeah.
They're sucking the life force from me still.
No, they did a damn good job. I watched this way too young.
Who directed this? Who made this?
Robert Zemeckis.
Robert Zemeckis.
No.
Okay. I was gonna say what the fuck.
Okay.
Yeah, please. Can we enter another rabbit hole?
All right, fine.
Let's just.
Robert Lieberman.
Lieberman. Okay.
Yeah.
How about the tsunami that just killed hundreds of people? Let's talk about that.
Oh yeah, there's a video of
that?
them.
Where was
Muds
that?
in Indonesia,
Indonesia again.
of course.
Right.
Yeah, they say it was some sort of mudslide or the ocean floor slid away, so it was hard to. I mean,
Oh, that's a cool detail. He sees those things, but it's actually just their spacesuits.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It's not their creepy ass ma.
bleh.
Sucks to your ass ma.
Yeah, wouldn't it suck
Alright,
to live in a place where it was like, yeah, you can get hit with a tsunami,
Yeah,
and you
threat
don't
of
really have an
tsunami.
effective.
There was a video
network.
of them.
I was gonna say, speaking of everybody having a cell phone, there's videos of all the most recent natural disasters, including tsunamis, like from
Yeah.
multiple angles and detailed.
Yeah, that's.
You can see the wave coming, and it's like, what?
Yeah.
You know, and it's like English tourists,
Yeah.
and they're like, what is that thing coming? The wave, keeps coming, or whatever. You know,
Yeah,
Yeah.
like that's
it's a tsunami.
That's
Right.
your
You're
looming
gonna-
death.
you're
coming
gonna
in
die.
Water
Yeah.
form. Yeah.
Or the Japan earthquake. There's a ton
That
of video
Japan
of that.
one has the best video I've ever
Yeah,
seen.
with the Black Sea from the
not the best video I've ever seen. The best video I've ever seen of a tsunami. Yeah.
yeah, of like
Oh, I
Where
wanna
the
see
sirens,
that.
the siren starts going on.
oh god, and they go to the higher ground.
They go.
Yeah.
They climb up like
Yeah.
a steel
and
structure,
they're speaking in
and then
obviously
slowly,
Japanese.
like like a car comes floating down the
And then-
street,
and then apartment
and then
buildings.
5 seconds later, this
Yeah.
second building, and then like 10 seconds later, it's just like a
Does it
whole
sit?
rush of
Yeah.
water.
It-
That
yeah, go to the scariest. Yeah, go to that one. That looks like where like the sea looks black because it's mixing with all the.
this doesn't look like the location I was thinking of, but maybe.
I mean, it's all fucking.
Yeah, we're
sure.
so lucky that this shit doesn't happen in really anywhere except for like Houston that one
Right, 'cause there's a
time.
couple of waves first of the tsunami, right? The banks get overrun before.
I have no
the
idea.
And I think
wave
the sea
comes.
just moves.
It's not what
Forward
I imagined.
for
It's
a bit.
like it's more like a giant river opening up.
Right.
You know, and then you're in the White Rapids
Right.
before you can even blink.
Right.
Yeah, I mean that shit is moving cars, so
And then there you go. It's a truck or something.
This is not the one I've
Yeah,
seen, but
I-
this is
Here, go back.
cool
And
or scary.
Very scary.
or type in the actual, what was it called, Fukushima? Or
Okay.
was that the name of the nuclear?
that was a nuclear thing.
Yeah.
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 It's scary.
2018.
No,
Just
it was
having a
no, it was
wave,
from
though.
2020.
2011.
Yeah, maybe that was. Came
That
out
was
with-
Fukushima, but yeah. This one that looks.
Oh, this is the one with the black like rolling.
that one, Dan?
Yeah. Is that the
Yeah.
one you were talking about, maybe? Where the boats come over and like.
It's weird. It's got
Crash
some
into it.
drama to it. It has like a calm beginning,
Yeah.
Then a siren starts going off. People start running. They climb up a metal structure.
Okay. I think in the one I'm thinking of.
Let's start with this one.
Yeah. So all that water comes over.
My God.
But yeah, I think in more than one video I've seen, it's like people with their cameras or their phones or whatever, and you can tell that they're going to the higher ground.
Yeah.
There you go.
Whoa.
Watch from about there.
Yeah.
That is fucked.
Yeah.
There's a lot of places around here that have, like, when you walk around a high tide, there's like only a foot away from like
Yeah.
it going on the street or whatever. And it's like, yeah.
Oh, this is funny. This is like an after.
I mean, this
Sort of an
shit
after
is about
effect
to
shock. Where it's like,
insane.
wait a minute.
Right, this isn't- yeah.
Wait a minute, guys.
get. Yeah, they're noticing that's starting to rise.
I thought it pulled away first.
I think it does. I think, and then it comes back. Yeah, because you can see on wherever, maybe that other one that was in Indonesia, the sea recedes, and then like a lot. And
Yeah,
and
I thought that was
and
like
then
the
it comes.
indicator. It was like,
Yeah.
what just happened?
Right.
So
Or-
crazy how destructive water is. It's like we live on land, and
Right.
water is the opposite.
Right.
It destroys everything.
Yeah, yeah,
Even
yeah.
if you just like you could destroy your house by flooding the bathtub. Like, do you know what I mean?
Right,
It
right,
just,
yeah,
like,
right,
it just
yeah.
gets into everything. It
A third-
seeps into
third-
every crack and just starts destroying.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Third
Rotting
floor
everything.
bathroom.
Yeah.
You can totally destroy your whole house.
Yes.
Yeah, in a night.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that is. Yeah, water.
Go.
Oh, and here we go.
some
And it's
boats.
going to
There
fail.
we are.
Detach.
Yeah. When the levee breaks.
Yeah.
Can you bring up some Zeppelin? Black.
Look at that. Oh, yeah, it's all just
It looks like.
sludgy, putrid. My lord.
And now you're fucked.
Yeah, and there goes there goes that whole part of the city.
And hopefully we're not
Right, but that whole
watching.
right.
These are not people dying. People have evacuated.
Of course, yeah.
Hopefully.
There's poor boats. Like,
Wow. Look how quickly it went through that one building.
Right. Right.
It's just like, now we're oof. Now it's gonna become a landslide. Right, that's the other thing. Like, yeah, it starts to backwash, and it's like, yeah, it doesn't look like much is going on, but like the pressure that's involved in what's going on, it's like, oh no, that's just gonna start tearing foundations
all
of
that just
buildings
took
apart. in
20
It's
seconds
just
for
gonna
that to happen, right?
build
I mean, how
build
long
and
was
build.
that? That wasn't...
Right.
Yeah,
Till it
once it
breaks
came
you.
over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're in one of those buildings, there's nothing you can do.
Going for a ride.
Yeah.
That boat got lucky.
I think they show the boats like going under the bridge,
Oh
and
my
then
God,
like
that
they
boat.
crack up, like underneath the.
Oh, yeah.
There's a bridge over here.
That one just fell right over.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's a
We
different
see
rabbit
that
hole. Let's
stuff.
check
You
it.
know,
I mean,
there's not a
let's
lot.
check in on Travis and
There's
see
not
how
a
he's
lot-
doing.
there's not a lot of
other,
video
other
of,
shows that we've,
I was gonna say in Katrina, there isn't
Yeah.
much video of that actually. There's a video that I've seen of I think they're firefighters, and they were in like a high-rise hotel, and they were videotaping, and you can see. I think you see the moment like the
levees
Yeah, busted.
literally break.
Yeah.
That was
That's
like,
it.
yeah, that was early YouTube days or something like that. There wasn't like a lot. Yeah.
It was just too early.
Yep.
Yeah.
Be
It's weird to
captured.
think that might have been like one of the last ones that didn't get caught on everybody's cell phones.
That's funny. That
There's
doesn't
one thing where the
seem all that
tendency to
long
pull out
ago,
a
but
cell phone
yeah,
and record is probably a good thing.
In numbers, I guess it is.
Right.
Because that was George W.
Yep, yep.
obviously.
Yeah.
And Kanye,
Kanye.
said,
Yeah.
standing next to a confused Mike Myers,
Shout out to Austin P.
who's just reading from the teleprompter like
Did
a
he
child.
fall off the map? Does he
Mike
do nothing
Myers?
anymp
He did the Love Diva or whatever. And that
Love
was,
Guru.
Love Guru, yeah.
And he got raked over the coals
Panned.
for that.
He got Me Too'd for that.
Yep.
He wrote a book about what it means to be Canadian. That was was his latest project.
Okay.
And I think it got pretty lampooned
Okay.
for being like what it means to be Mike Myers in Canada. It was like a book that was trying to take seriously the ethos and the history of the Canadian people.
Yeah.
But it was like Canadian people who live in a split level ranch.
Yeah, that's like my mom was like, let's go see Marwen, Steve Carell's kind of new serious movie, and I was like, I could and I would, but I was like,
yeah, I know.
That won't.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
You have these like late career,
yes.
like prestige projects, or they don't seem to really.
By the way, Mike Myers, some of the stuff that he made was incredible and like so funny. And
Yeah.
So I married an axe murderer.
So I married an axe
Yeah,
murderer.
even
Wayne's World.
Yeah.
All
It
that.
comes like before he's trying to be a gentleman and a scholar.
Yeah. Yes.
Did you see Norm Macdonald about the Blade Runner guy who killed his girlfriend, that like Australian or New Zealand guy?
It's too bad how much
What-
hate he
what-
gets.
in
I love
what
Norm
context
I love
Macdonald.
was
Norm.
Norm?
He was
I'm such a
on,
Norm Macdonald fan.
Yeah, his humor is just so unappreciated.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
I don't
the
think I
best.
heard.
He was on
what
like Conan. And he's like, I just think that if you're gonna be a runner, you should have legs.
Alright.
You should just have it be a thing, and they,
Right.
of
Oh,
course
the
they're like,
Pistorius thing.
Oscar.
yeah,
what
and like Conan's like trying to shut him up, to be like, okay,
Right.
ha ha ha,
Right.
move on, and he's like, well, somebody says something in defense of Oscar Pistorius, and then Norm lands the punchline where he's like, you're right, he's a gentleman and a skull.
Yeah, because it was his girlfriend, right? Shot and killed his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Through the bathroom door.
Yeah.
Because he thought she was an intruder.
Did he get off on that?
Oh, no.
'Cause he did.
Well,
No?
didn't he at first? And then
Did
they
Yeah, I thought
He
he
found
first
more
came
evidence or
back.
something?
not
and then in
guilty.
South Africa they do things differently. And then
Well done in South Africa.
yeah.
We do things a little bit different in
Yeah.
South Africa.
No, I thought he got off, and then he didn't. But he had to serve
Street justice.
some time. Although,
I,
yeah.
I wonder what the best South African prison is like.
The best South African prison? That's
Yeah.
a really good question.
What
we
is
should
it?
travel.
District 9?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I probably wouldn't
Prawns?
want to be there. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
It's a good movie. The Prawns.
Oh, District 9 was
This
very
playthrough is 6.5 hours long.
good. I like the evolution of the bad guy in that one more than I think I should.
Oh,
In
when
which one?
what his body transformation?
Yeah,
When he
like,
turns into
well,
the
as
prawn?
he kind
Is he
of
the bad
just
guy?
his whole evolution of he's like the assassin that they tap and
Wait, which
Then-
movie?
District 9, right?
Well, he doesn't want to be the assassin.
No, he's not. There's no assassin in District 9. It's just the
Well,
guy
who's
gets.
the-
Or no, he
sprayed
doesn't
in
want to
the
be. He
face.
doesn't want to be the one experimented on. Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah. that's
He's a
what
guy he's like a bureaucratic nonce.
no, not the main, the other guy, like the bad guy in that, the guy
That
that's
guy
trying to
is-
kill them.
But he doesn't get
Doesn't
any
he have like a
superpowers
team?
or
Wait a
anything.
minute, am I mixing movies?
Yeah. You thinking about Hugh Jackman?
Oh, you know what? I'm mixing movies. I'm into
Johnny Five. Part
no,
three, whatever that is.
The one
Crikey.
with
What's the name of that?
oh god.
Robot.
No. It was the one with our Boston boy there who's oh god,
Matt
why
Damon.
can't I think of his goddamn name?
You said Hugh Jackman?
No, Jason Bourne.
Oh,
Yeah,
Jason
Matt.
Bourne.
Oh,
Jason
you're
Bourne.
talking about not Delirium or Oblivion or
Oh,
whatever. but-
Elysium.
Elysium. Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
it was Elysium.
Yeah, that movie sucks.
But it was the same. It was the same guy. Wasn't that guy who's the bad guy in Elysium in District
yes,
9?
yes, he looks like a
And
nerd.
wasn't he like the bad cop or something? Or no? Or no, that's right. Okay, he was the guy just following the story. Sorry, now
Okay.
I'm back with us.
Yeah,
Jesus, I haven't even been drinking tonight.
that guy got like 3 movie roles. He was Murdoch in the A-Team remake. They rebooted the A-Team.
He was really good in District 9, though. Now I remember.
Yeah,
his
yeah,
character being more like, "What the fuck is going on here?"
Vicus?
Yeah.
Is that what this
Vicus,
character-
yeah.
Vicus. That's his character, yeah.
Be back in 3 years.
Sorry, I was mixing. Yes, Elysium. I like how he goes from like bad to worse.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm gonna rewatch that. I think I only watched that in parts. I don't think I watched it.
I don't think
It's
it's a very
weird
good
how
movie,
they'll, like-
but I think the bad guy was my favorite part, so that means it was a bad movie.
I don't want to be one of those people that complains about reboots even though they suck, but like it's weird that they'll reboot something before just doing a sequel to District 9 or something like that, because it seems like you could easily make that movie. Just what happens when the aliens come back.
Yeah, a sequel to District 9.
Yeah. Just simple, but yeah.
I wonder how if
If
that
there's
was
going to be like another Joker movie.
right,
Or even like
with a different actor.
Or even iRobot with Will Smith.
Yeah, they could just make
It
a
was
sequel
like,
to
oh
iRobot.
yeah, well yeah. So did we end with them all killing one another?
No, the sequel to iRobot is The Matrix. That's when they
God.
start their.
The Matrix. That makes me. It makes my head hurt.
You know, like The Matrix.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
No, I haven't watched it in a long, long time.
I did. I rewatched it recently.
Oh, yeah.
And it was just kind of.
It didn't hold up.
plotted.
I remember we
Yes,
might have
no.
seen it together. It might have been
I
the group of
remember
us that went
They went to the theater.
thinking it was going to be like Johnny Mnemonic, like a stupid Keanu Reeves
Right.
sci-fi movie, and getting our little puny 14-year-old minds blown by
Number one.
the first one. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
But then I was still a fan of number 3. But then, yes, watching number 3 like 6 years later, I was like, this is terrible.
Oh, the third one? Yeah, that one.
Yes.
When they get into the
I remember defending it. Like, no, I
The
liked it.
Architect.
There's lots
Yeah.
of guns, and the architect, and
Architect is in
they were
2.
fighting, and the
Yeah.
architect was in 2. But at the end, right, there's lots of guns, and the guys standing against the. And
the Dreadlock twins. That's the
Yes.
second one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it got very
and then
Rasta.
except for the final fight scene. I mean, the
Yeah.
fight scenes are pretty good.
Yeah.
But that was it.
Yeah.
Do you guys know Morpheus? Lawrence Fishburne was, I think, 14 or 15 when he played the role of the gunner on the boat in Apocalypse Now.
I do remember hearing that, but I forgot.
And his character is supposed to be like 17 in that movie, but he's like 14 or 15. And I guess because the filming went on forever and ever and ever.
Yeah.
So he was there in wherever they filmed, Philippines. They filmed it in the Philippines. He was in the Philippines for like a year and a half, but his mom was there with him because he was so minor.
Right.
Yeah, he was like 14.
He was 17 by the time the movie was done filming.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
yeah. Morpheus.
Morpheus. Have you seen Hannibal Buress' Morpheus dance?
I think so.
That's pretty funny.
Maybe yeah.
He does a stance, you're saying?
Dance.
Oh, dance.
Yeah, yeah. He's on that Eric. What's his name?
Eric Andre.
Yeah, the Eric Andre show. And they're like, our next guest is Hannibal Buress, and he comes out just dressed like Morpheus.
Yeah.
Right.
He does like a shitty rap. He's just like Morpheus,
Yeah.
Morpheus, Morpheus.
Right.
And then he lays in a coffin.
What?
Yeah. And he
What about
says,
the? I've seen the
Morpheus
Eric Andre.
drinking cognac in the death basket. And then he lays down. Yeah, yeah.
The guy who plays in their band, the really thin guy.
Yeah.
Who is
The
that? guy?
old guy.
Yeah, that guy's. He's interesting to look at. He looks like he weighs about 80 pounds. Like maybe
Trump's-
100
like
pounds.
Trump's doctor.
Yeah. Oh, he's like part of Eric Andre's band on his show.
Yeah, not. Here's the Morpheus rap.
Oh, there you go.
My final guest of the evening is Hannibal Buress.
Morpheus, Dorpheus, Morpheus, go eat some walruses, orifices, porridges. Morpheus, Morpheus, go get to the buffet and walruses. Corpidus, corpses, Worcester sauce, go into your orifices. Red pill, blue pill, Morpheus, walruses. Sea sails by the seashore, Morpheus. Morpheus drinking a 40 in a death basket.
Okay, so.
What just happened to my?
Uh,
Very good. That was I didn't.
Ladies and
Is that
gentlemen,
a
it's
thing?
the Eric Andre.
He destroys the set.
That's
Oh, no.
a great open. Is that how he always opens?
I
I've
think
never seen
that's
this.
pretty much every show. He destroys the set.
Yeah, that's a cool opening.
Yeah.
Oh, that hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely hurts himself if he
Oh.
does. Eats his donuts.
No, he's eating a fish.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, that's good. I saw a theory about this that this is.
You really heard his nuts on that one.
Yeah.
Wait, yeah, jumped on.
Oh
that
yeah,
was,
off the yeah.
Even if it's like breakaway or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, who cares?
It's
He
still-
caught that in the nuts.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he didn't do that correctly.
This says Rogan. Oh, this lady talking about Scientology. Right.
Let's not talk about Scientology.
She was another one who parlayed her experience into a show.
Yeah, yeah.
I forget what channel.
She was
Going Clear? Is that what it was called?
Going Clear, she
Yeah.
was not a part of. Was she? It was just afterwards.
She was
spawned
born
that
into it.
the offshoot show. I don't know if she was on Going Clear. She was.
Like
Oh no, Going
Giovanni-
Clear is the documentary.
Like
right,
Giovanni
yeah.
Ribisi and Beck, both
Yeah.
born into Scientology.
Some of the people on Going Clear, though, I was just amazed, being like, "Wow, you're a very intelligent person. I can tell by listening to you and looking at your face that you're an intelligent person, but you just said to me that you believed that Ron Hubbard's idea of aliens was how it goes."
Right.
And they look at you dead in the face, and you're like, there's a gap here.
Yeah.
There's a gap here. You're a learned
The
person.
whole thing is the whole
You know
weird, like-
these certain things, but yet you are willing to take this jump
Right.
and pay phenomenal amounts of money.
They're big into symbols. They just showed
Oh.
some symbols on that lectern that guy. That's their. I forget what his name is.
L. Ron Hubbard?
No. He's the
new
modern.
guy.
He's the modern.
Moskowitz.
Moskowitz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or-
He's like an even
Vic or
shorter. He's an
Vic?
even shorter Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's like 5'1".
Yeah.
And Cruise is 5'4". Or
Did you read,
whatever.
I
But he's
read
blonde.
Going Clear. It's
Yeah.
a hilarious story of their kind of like buddy relationship.
Mhm.
His courting of Tom Cruise and Tom Cruise's admiration for, is it Moskovich or Moskowitz?
don't know.
Whatever it is.
I think it's Vince.
But like, just like taking helicopter rides together and motorcycle rides.
Oh
Yeah,
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 There's
yeah.
a picture I've seen of them where they're wearing like the Ducati jackets and they're
Yeah.
like posing on their Ducatis,
Yeah.
and they're
Yeah.
both like this big.
And it's not
And he's
clear.
No, it's just play acting. We just mess around. We just ride motorcycles. But I'm the leader.
Right. Right. Yeah, exactly. It's not clear, like, if there's like a true kind of like deep need that they both have to be together, or if there's some kind of weird medieval, like ascension to the throne game happening. Game of Thrones.
Some sort of like the
A-
court.
a
Right,
Game of-
like
a Game
he's
of Thrones,
my-
if you will.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's my hand
Right.
now. Type
Right.
deal, yeah.
Yeah, when I was in the Marines, I
Do you wanna be-
figured that
Do you want to be my hand, Tom Cruise?
the hand of the king.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
remember,
but-
those
no,
are the days
yeah,
when
that's a
Tom
good
Cruise was
question,
jumping on
because-
couches on Oprah's show.
I was asking, like,
Like a psychopath.
when did
Yeah.
Tom Cruise start? Was he a child actor? Or did
He was
was in-
super young.
He was in
and,
that movie, not the Lost, the one where they're all teenage.
Yeah.
Like
He was
tough-
like 17
tough kids.
in that, I think.
Rumblefish. That was
Was
from
he
a book.
Rumblefish?
Oh, he didn't.
Well, Risky Business is the one where
That's
he
pre
sort of hit
risky
the-
business. He fixed his teeth too before risky business. He had like jacked up teeth.
Did he?
Yeah, but
Right, but Risky Business is the one where he kind of broke onto the scene.
I
right?
think maybe that was the one that made him a star or whatever you want to.
Matt Dillon?
Maybe bankable is a
Oh,
better
yeah.
word. He can return
Yes.
investment.
No, it
when
was
he's-
just
there you
him.
go. There's his teeth.
Yeah.
Him in his underwear sliding
I-
across with
Yeah,
That's
right.
like his iconic moment, I thought, at the beginning.
He's
Oh,
probably
yeah.
I
like
did not
16.
know
That's
he
cool,
ever
though.
looked that ridiculous.
Yeah, yeah.
He was in that movie's about they're like a teenage gang, right?
Yeah.
The
no.
deaf kid gets shot at the end.
Oh yeah, what was that
Oh,
called? That
Ralph,
was actually
Rumblefish.
Ralph Macchio's in it.
Was it Rumblefish?
Rumblefish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Risky Business.
All
is
of
an
them
awesome
were in
movie.
that.
I haven't seen
like
that movie in
a
a
million
very, very long
actors
time.
that became big.
I never
in that
watched
movie.
it because
Yeah, I was saying Matt Dillon.
all I knew about it was
Yep,
that he
Dylan was
danced
like
in
the
his
big
underwear to,
ringleader.
like old time rock and roll.
Yeah,
Right.
Cruz was just a dumbass.
There's nothing to do with it.
Like you go through that
Right,
whole
it's a great
list.
movie.
Yeah, that's right. Mickey Rourke and it was just every single person. It was like the one with freaking. It was like the
Oh.
Warriors.
He was a big actor. What's his name? He was in Something About Mary later.
Matt Dillon.
Is that his name? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was in a ton of movies.
Yeah, he was in a ton of movies. Yeah, Mickey Rourke. I mean, everybody in that movie. Everybody that was tough in that movie
Mm-hmm.
This
made
is
it.
when teens were
Made it
teens.
big.
Yeah,
Back
yeah.
when teens were teens.
Yeah, River. I think of River Phoenix.
You get an attitude problem.
Yeah, but he was kind of like
He was
that.
later.
I don't
Yeah, he was
trust a
later, a
teen
little bit
without
later.
an attitude problem.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you think
because
they're
that
like a
was
secret
he and
bootlicker, fascist rule
Yeah.
follower type. That
Yeah.
like, yeah, well, yeah.
I think they were
I'm into
talking
that.
about.
You're gonna have some rebellion in you.
Yeah. Yeah, you need to have some sort of psychotic relationship with one adult in your life, at least.
Yeah.
If you're a teenager, and then.
You can't just
Go.
buy it wholesale.
Yeah.
Like, this is my inheritance.
yeah, right.
And I
I'm
will
going to be a
defend it.
doctor. Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. I do not want to be in the school play. I want to be a doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Never. River Phoenix came out, and he was going to be the big thing.
Yep.
And then
River Phoenix came out of that sidewalk. He came out of the Viper Room that night.
Came out, and
Yeah.
Leonardo just
That-
stole
now
it
that's
from
a
him.
team
that's
with some rebellion.
What's he
Yeah,
Gilbert
yeah.
Grape.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
What's he
you-
did?
you
Gilbert
had it
Grape
right.
he did, and then he stole it from him, and then River Phoenix ended up.
Do you think it
offing
hurt?
himself, basically?
Do you
Drug
think it
overdose.
harmed
Yeah,
Joaquin
yeah.
Phoenix to play in Walk the Line, where the father talks about the wrong brother dying and how the less talented.
He used that, man.
less
He used that reservoir of pain that he had in real life.
Joaquin Phoenix has
Yeah.
exceeded everyone's expectations. That guy has turned into an
He's-
incredible actor.
Speaking
Yeah.
of, tie it
It's
back
true.
to Scientology too. The Master, he's in that.
Yes.
Master.
Yeah, it's a good movie. Yeah.
He's a good actor.
One of Philip
Yeah, he always
Seymour's
comes in
last,
like the
right?
MTV Awards, like acting like a
Yeah.
psychopath, like a drunken retard, or like.
Well, that's his thing. Is like, is he play act? Is he like? Because we were talking years ago about that documentary,
I didn't even
the
see the
fake documentary he made where
Right.
he's like
Oh, right.
slobbering all over women and partying and just and you were like, that can't be real because it's so damning.
Yeah.
But like, why would he self-release that?
I
He,
don't
like
know.
Me
it's
Too'd
just-
himself.
Wasn't it called I'm Not There? That was the name of the documentary. I'm Not There, and he had the big bushy
is it
beard.
that is the name of something, you might be right, but there's also a Dylan movie that's called something like that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, when multiple actors
With
play him.
multiple actors and an actress play him.
That's
okay,
right.
so I know it was multiple occasions where I saw him just looking like his best interpretation of Jim Morrison.
Yeah, I think he definitely has some troubles. I mean, it seems to run in the family. River Phoenix had some issues, and then
They
Yeah,
were-
no,
they
but I
grew
guess
up
my
in a
point was the
weird
same
cult.
stage because it was like
did they?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
They grew up in.
It's called Children of God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
that
Okay.
one. Which is
So then
also
he also had to
Oh,
play
that's right, I've heard of
himself in the
Children of
village.
God, yeah.
Well, they had a
that
show
cult.
that was on that was they broke down a bunch of cults like the Moonies from around here,
Mm-hmm.
actually from where Crunch lives, not where I live.
Oh no.
Okay. The Moonies.
Yeah, the Moonies are nuts.
Moonies are in. We drove by the Moonies old
on the way
mansion
here.
on the way here.
I've never even heard of the Moonies. Is this like
South
a
Korean
K-band
guy.
thing?
Self-proclaimed God. No, it's is it Judeo-Christian? I don't know. I guess.
I mean, they're all some weird.
And then you also got
And then it's a kids.
My
so now
guy-
it's like
you-
the militant kids.
you got my guy Charlie. Charlie.
Show me a better bass player than Flea.
How did you get to this? Did this
Somebody sent me this a long time ago. and I was like,
In any theory lingo. It'll be hard for me and you to talk about theory since neither of us know a damn thing about it.
Right, which is why it's good that I should be interviewing you on this occasion.
Yeah, but see, we know about a lot more other cosmic things that are floating around in the universe and in this very room today, things that are circling around that hopefully we'll be able to be vehicles for these things and let them come pouring through our nostrils today.
I think what you and Chad did earlier was very guttural. It was good.
Well, you know, Chad and I were just jamming earlier. This is a spontaneous jam thing, and this is the type of thing, and that's what my playing is all about as a bass player, is just about jamming.
His real life, or who he is, his intense hatred for Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah. Well, he brings that into the Neil Hamburger act.
Yes, he does. There's
Many of his jokes
several
start,
jokes about that.
Why would Anthony Kiedis?
Yeah. He has
lead
jokes.
singer of the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yes.
Why the hate of the Red Hot Chili
I
Peppers?
don't know
I
why.
I think it's from because he grew up in San Francisco, and I think he's friends with the guys from Faith No More.
Okay.
And Mr. Bungle, and they hate the Red Hot Chili Peppers
Because they
It's like-
destroyed their scene.
Yeah, and like they came up together, and they were like
Right.
Red Hot Chili Peppers, are the no talent commercial band supposedly, and then we're the artists basically. Faith No More. Mike Patton. Mike Patton.
Mr. Bungle.
Yeah, and it was like Anthony
Yeah.
Kiedis. Anthony Kiedis, he fucking sucks. But
Yeah,
whatever.
not like my project, Phantomas.
I mean, I like Mr.
No,
Bungle, but yeah,
I like all the Faith No More shit way better than all the Red Hot Chili Pepper shit.
Yeah.
Well, if
Given-
he is to
given
be
the
believed
choice.
in this interview, he apparently did not think what he was doing was commercial bullshit. He's tapping
he's
into
tapping into-
spiritual
That's what
currents.
The cosmic
Yeah, nostrils.
yes
Yeah.
around him.
Yeah.
And it's going to come flowing through his nostrils later on.
He had a music school in right where Dan and I used to live in Los Angeles. He had a music where he taught. I think he taught.
I think he still
lessons.
has that.
Oh, really?
That's still a big
It's either in Echo Park or-
music school, and it's something about it is like charity as well.
Okay.
It always comes up if you start making fun of Flea. It's like, he runs like a significant
That's why I brought it
charity
up.
for children.
that's why I brought it up. But like, yeah.
Right.
Or,
Yeah.
yeah. Good
Right.
term. Can't have the good without.
Well, I didn't know that Flea was taking such good care of the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Teaching him bass.
It's like almost literally Zoolander. He's like almost exactly like center for kids who can't
Yeah.
read good.
And
stuff.
maybe this is what he's teaching them. He's like, now through your nostrils.
Oh yeah, that's how he is as a teacher.
You
when
He's
read
in the
it
universe.
the cosmos,
Read the universe.
and you
And
let
then
it out through your fingers.
Flappity flap.
Yeah. Comes up and flaps.
A sibbity bobbity boo. Okay. Yeah. There was a whole series of tweets that people were doing about Anthony Kiedis that were fucking hilarious. One of them was just like, Anthony Kiedis wants you to get in on the ground floor of an amazing investment opportunity.
Right. Yeah.
I've seen pictures of him lately. He's got like a shitty mustache. And
Yeah.
just,
Well, he went full on weirdo on us.
yeah.
Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I mean, he kind of morphed
I can't.
into whoever he is, which is fine.
Yeah. There's
But
a
he's no
few
longer
people
the
like Anthony
punk rock
Kiedis who
icon.
I'm unclear exactly what he's adding to.
Well, the thing that's kind of
Yeah.
interesting about that, sorry, to
No,
interrupt,
do it,
but
yeah.
is like they were extremely young, like their first like TV appearances and stuff when they still
Yeah.
had the guy who died of a heroin overdose playing guitar before John
And they had
Hillel.
socks in their dicks.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they were like teenagers. I think they were like 18.
Huh.
Well, they were Beatles-ish as far as like
Yeah.
how they came up, and they were
kids.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
high
they-
school kids in
they
Los
held for
Angeles
a while, too.
Yeah. When they first
still
started.
early.
But it's where do they fit in, Crunch, you're saying, into the music ecosystem? If you stepped
became
on the
extremely popular,
the Red Hot Chili
commercially.
Peppers,
They sort of
would the
carved out
food
their own
chain be
niche.
affected, or would just the history?
Oh,
of
just, I
music
was
be
thinking about just
exactly-
Yeah, it's Red Hot
Anthony
Chili
Kiedis in
Peppers, Inc.
particular.
It's
Oh.
like it's Foo Fighters
Yeah.
Inc.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Yeah,
it?
You know,
I
Foo
mean,
Fighters
it's-
is like.
They did rock rap first.
No,
Foo
I'm just saying.
Fighters?
I'm saying
No.
level. I was saying
Oh, the
comparing
Red
them
Hot
in
Chili
terms
Peppers?
of level of popularity.
Yeah.
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
I mean,
and Foo
right,
Fighters.
as far as mainstream popularity,
Yeah,
rock rap first
I
probably came from
guess.
Red Hot
Fighters
Chili
now.
Peppers.
And I guess if that ties into the beef between them and Faith No More, because it's probably like Faith No More's Epic versus True Men Don't Kill Coyotes or whatever. I thought that song. I
what
thought that song was the
gotta get it,
coolest.
put it in you is like a everybody knows like that stupid verse. That
Yeah,
whole
yeah.
Song.
But then I was thinking,
But it
about,
was give it away, give it away, give it away. You know, it was very
Yeah.
like a.
I know, and I'm saying Faith No More had the "Can you see it, feel it, hear it today? If it can't, it doesn't matter."
Yeah, what do you mean? That sounds like '80s rap.
That's
That's the thing. Yeah, who did it better?
Yeah.
Or who?
my
fair
money's
enough.
on
Or
Faith
maybe,
No More
or maybe
every
they
day.
have beef over like who started it.
And
I
even if
bet
they
that's-
did make
yeah.
the rock rap thing, congratulations.
Right.
They want-
just,
they
no,
want
I was
credit.
just making a point like
I'll
where
grant
they.
you that, and I'll say,
I guess Faith No More may have done it first, but I mean,
yeah, they've created a
it spawned like a
steaming
whole.
pile
Well,
of
we
shit
were,
before.
Pat had asked where they fit in, and I don't think they did necessarily fit into anything except they kind of. Hit
Well,
that
I was thinking
whole
about this
new-
song.
There was a new wave. I mean, they were grungish. They were grungish and rapish,
What was that?
And
what was that
This
album?
is-
Mother's Milk had like one single on it, and then Blood Sugar Sex Magic was the
Yeah.
one that had like 6 singles on it.
This is who
That
we're
got like
defending.
heavy radio play.
yeah.
Oh, is this like recent?
Oh
Red
no,
Hot-
no, this is like very early Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, like I said, there.
Yeah, what
So
was
90s.
this? It was like it was a skater thing, right? Like this very
Yeah.
Technicolor.
Why would you put?
They didn't make it this aesthetic. This came out of honestly, that's better than I was imagining, though.
Yeah.
Wow.
I
No,
thought-
I have to be spellbound by the awfulness of that right now.
Yeah.
That's my first.
So when
read.
I was like 13, I thought that was like the coolest song, and I went back to listen to it lately, and it's just
Yeah.
like, hoo, ha.
Right. But this is better. Than, this is better than Californication. Or no?
I mean,
Californication does sound like
maybe that song
like
from
a
the
Stones
Conehead
song that
soundtrack is like
people
peak.
still like for some reason.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like a really
that's when
bad
they-
song, but people are like, no, but it's good, and you're like, no, I don't think it is.
Yeah, and then as like Rolling Stone covers like the Prophets of California. They're like, California is my mamaronia. Gonna make my. You know?
Yeah, that's what.
And every song is like that. It's put
Los
Californication
Angeles,
on.
yes.
Yeah.
They
To get all
reference-
music scholar about
Yeah.
the Red Hot Chili Peppers for a
LA,
second. Like, everything
yeah.
is just like, give me a biscuit.
Right.
Yeah,
I can't.
it's
handle
garbage.
that.
I think the
You are right
Coneheads-
though. That Conehead song is peak.
Like, can I
That's
take a piss?
actually a good song.
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, I just.
Open the
Head over by my deck. Nearest corner.
I go, I just don't know.
What's that?
Away somewhere down in Mexico.
Oh yeah, right.
Where my head is home. Soul to Squeeze. That's the one. I was trying to get to that.
Oh,
lyric.
sorry, I
Yes.
didn't know you were looking for the name. That is good, and it's their only song that's not on a Red Hot Chili Peppers album.
Yes.
It's only on the Conehead soundtrack.
Yeah. Yeah. This is an official review of this song. Anyway. Yeah.
It's awful.
Oh, okay, so you don't like that.
I mean, it's classic Red Hot Chili Peppers at the end of its like reign. Like I definitely had stopped listening to them by then.
Yeah.
I'd hear it on the radio and be like, oh yeah, and
Right.
You know.
Yeah, like Under the Bridge, I can leave it.
Yeah.
I like Under the Bridge, but that was my last song.
Okay, yeah.
As a
That was
kid,
my
I
last
loved
one.
Under the Bridge.
Right, because you wanted to play that, you wanted to do the flippity floppity. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Do some of that.
Yeah, no, I went through my phase with them, but they weren't a big hit for me. But I recognize them as being, you know, like
There was something about them as a 13-year-old that I would have never been able to articulate, but it had something to do with them being slightly profane and like hip in a way that I did not understand. I remember their album had like the explicit lyrics sticker on it.
Blood Sugar Sex Magic.
Yeah, but it wasn't obviously explicit. It was goofy explicit.
Yeah.
And there was something I didn't get, therefore I thought it was cool.
and for us
Well-
it was a lot more about the music video then.
Yeah, that's
You know,
true.
they
Yeah.
captured us with image.
Yes.
Did you guys already?
Much more than now, where you
Yeah.
just have to.
That
listen to
Anthony
the-
Kiedis running for the camera.
But here's the thing. Yeah, they can be. There can be serious songwriters too. They're not always goofy. I reference Under the Bridge.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So yeah, we can.
Soul
talk-
to Squeeze. We just
Yeah.
did some of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was also they had like the forces came together because didn't Rick Rubin produce Blood Sugar Sex Magic? I think that was Rick
Oh, I
Rubin.
don't know.
Oh, yeah.
So
No,
they
like-
had like the hot producer too. And it was
Yeah.
like
Yeah, you
And
made
then
him
it
like
had the
bang on
archetype
trash
song
cans and stuff.
schedule too, where it was like, oh, we
Yeah.
need 2 of these, 1 of those, and then put the rest of your shit on there. But as long as we have, you know, these 2 and that 1 slow one, the record will be good.
Oh yeah. Is this Soul to Squeeze? Is the one with the trash cans at the end? It's like a bag, 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 bag.
No, that's
no,
no,
that's
that's
not Soul to Squeeze. That's
that's,
Not Under the Bridge.
It's not any of them we've been talking about.
That sounds like Pearl Jam's album with bugs on it.
Oh.
Yeah. Well,
Pearl Jam was good until Yield, and then they went
Right.
on.
was that
It
Breaking
was
the
similar,
Girl?
and then they
Are you talking about Breaking the Girl?
went on for
Yeah,
Must
it
be.
is Breaking the Girl, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Breaking the Girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. Breaking the girl.
Yeah, it's a
Rick Rubin, Beastie Boys fame.
Right, but
What else
again,
Rick
that did
Rubin
have
do?
a beat. That
Yeah.
like now I remember that beat, and that was a good song to drive to because it just
Yeah.
Like that.
So they had like a heyday, definitely, but they should have gone the way of like Fastball, or like
Which we
one of
heard
those
on the way
bands.
over.
Yeah.
That's fall. Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, it's hard to imagine how they would
I
have
was
matured.
But they
That's
definitely
what
went
what I
mainstream.
think.
What
They
I'm saying-
definitely went mainstream.
I'm
no
saying is
matter
they
what
had
anyone
one
said.
huge fucking album. Like if you Google what were album sales of Blood Sugar Sex
Oh,
Magic,
yeah.
it's gotta be whatever.
Yeah.
What's
Millions and
Diamond
millions.
is when you sell 10 million, I think.
Yeah.
I think that album probably went diamond. It sold
Yeah.
10 million, which
You
know at the
said-
time from 90s.
Oh,
You know, they were
right.
like-
There's
That's a
still
huge
probably
album.
cash
Yeah.
and royalties
That's
on
probably
it.
top 50 of
Yeah.
the 90s in terms
Yeah.
of sales.
And the other thing, in terms of that band aging, like you said, they were 18. I didn't
That
realize
was-
they were that young. I know, like
Yeah.
going way back, but I
Yeah.
mean, it's a young band. It doesn't make any sense as middle-aged men. It's
I agree. With
7
that
million.
completely. Yeah.
What do we got, Crunch?
There's no
7
possible
million
way.
in the U.S. and then another
1, 2,
10 million spread out. Maybe
another
3 or
3
4,
million.
yeah.
So yeah, that's 10 or 11 million worldwide international
so.
album sales. Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Should look at fucking Dark Side of the Moon. I think that's
Well, wouldn't
That's
the
gotta be,
Beatles-
like,
who
top
tops the
3.
No,
chart?
it's
Titanic soundtrack maybe. But that's yeah,
That would be funny. Is that true?
because
No.
the song
Eagles' greatest hits 30 million. Michael Jackson Thriller. Here we go.
The Wall. I
Eagles'
think
greatest
Pink
hits.
Floyd's got more than one in the top like 10 or 20.
Yeah.
I thought
38
Fleetwood
million
Mac was
people
always up
bought-
there.
Oh, Rumors.
Yeah.
I think that is Billy Joel.
Hey.
Led Zeppelin. Pink Floyd. Hey, see, that's awesome.
Yeah. What's that?
That's
Yeah.
Front Row.
Oh,
Who do you
my
think?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Really?
There's
There you
your
go,
Rumors.
there you go,
Yeah.
there you
My
go.
rumors
Yeah, Pat
breaking
called
the
it.
top.
Yeah.
There's
Shania
Shania.
Twain.
Yeah.
I remember those days.
I like her.
And then
Beatles.
Beatles White Album.
Oh,
Okay.
Guns N' Roses, Whitney.
The Bodyguard
Hey.
soundtrack. Is
Yep.
that the first soundtrack?
I think that beat out.
Hey, it's fucking these guys.
Boston.
Elton,
Yeah.
Garth
Brooks
again.
Wow.
Wow, Garth
Years
Brooks,
again.
the first double.
I remember that. My older sister wanted that for Christmas one year. Jagged Little Pill.
Yeah.
That
Yep.
was like, and she
You're
was
like,
like
"You are
17.
not getting
in
this."
high, in high school. Yeah. There you go. There's another
Saturday
soundtrack.
Night Fever, Led Zepp,
There you go.
Metallica. Metallica.
Metallica ends it.
Yep. If I want to listen to him something now, right this
Wow,
second.
I am definitely surprised by Shania Twain. I remember the craze,
Yeah.
but it wasn't it only like a 5? I guess it doesn't matter.
Look at the Eagles.
For the
Okay,
one
so
album
hold on,
sale.
hold on.
Was that a greatest hits though?
Hold
Or was-
on.
I think that might have been a greatest hits.
Hold on.
Shania Twain.
Yes.
Maybe.
Hold on. I just want to compare number 3 and number 1.
Oh
real
wow.
quick
The
here.
Eagles have 2 of
The
the
Eagles
top 3.
have. So it's just 50 million people buying a copy of the song Hotel California. You realize that?
No, I think that's the album.
Yes. Which,
Wait, what?
No, that's a greatest hits album.
that's a great
At number
album,
one.
which has Hotel California on it.
Right.
Right.
And this album, which has.
Oh,
Hotel
so
California.
they had overlap.
Everybody
Hotel
just wants to hear
Their
Hotel
Hotel
California.
Also,
It's the
26
perfect song. Don't you understand?
Yeah.
All the
60,
people do all the
It's a great
math.
song.
Yeah.
They do all the math with like fractals and
that is
spirals
kinda funny.
while
We didn't
also
even
like
notice that.
pinning
Yeah.
photographs together.
It's
1,
weird.
2,
They didn't
3.
do
No,
Hotel
when
California.
eagle, when eagle, no eagle, eagle.
Well, we will definitely get dinged with copyright infringement.
Well,
if we
didn't-
Hotel California anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. They're a
What's
bunch
his
of
name?
dicks, aren't
Glenn. What's his name? And a drummer who sings. Very unusual.
they? We said their song was great. We didn't
the
play
Eagles.
any of their music.
Eagles,
I don't know what Glenn. All I know is Don Henley.
Because
Don,
we're all
that's what I meant,
paranoid.
not
Oh,
Glenn.
crap.
Don.
God, and Don Henley.
Yeah.
Don Henley, a drummer who sings, like Levon Helm
Right.
in the
Yeah.
band.
Yeah.
Or, yeah.
It's
I was
amazing
doing
that his
coke in
voice
the
is lost.
bathroom. And my
Yeah.
wife caught me.
Dude, but isn't there a
She said
very
you told me that you
salacious
quit the
thing
stuff.
about Don
I
Henley
said,
and
"Shh,
underage
baby, let me
girls?
be.
Yeah.
Probably. You've heard those stories.
Yeah.
Like people, like the Wolf comes in, Harvey Keitel comes in to like get the young girls away from Don Henley.
Yeah. You cleaned up some groupies or whatever. Yeah.
Well, this is
Like
another
not-
guy where you can bring in late life charity work. You're like, well, he did a lot for Walden Pond.
Right.
A lot for Walden Pond.
He's getting interrogated police. He's like, you know what? I know it is, guys. You stab it with the steely knives, but you just can't kill the beast. Cops are like, respect. Did you fuck these 14-year-olds? Hey, man, some dance to remember, some dance to forget. What can I say?
Man.
Yeah.
Did
I
you,
didn't know
did you
there
use
was a whole-
retinol?
I didn't know there was a whole
I used
spin-off
it.
set.
to forget.
Did
Yeah,
you
yeah,
even listen to my greatest hits album?
yeah.
Yeah, it's just a 74-minute confession.
Oh wait,
Right.
have you guys? We should watch the. It's like 10 seconds. The Bill Cosby mugging outside of his court
I
room
watched
date.
that.
Oh,
Wait,
no.
I see that. That was
Wait,
yeah,
what?
really.
So he's like walking out with his lawyers, and the cameras are all on
So he
him.
mugs.
But you
yeah,
have to
so he
watch
does
it.
like the Cosby like turn, like.
You have to
you know,
watch
like,
it with the
you
guy laughing about it, though.
Oh yes, I agree.
Don't watch it, Ray. You watch it with the guy narrating it.
Yes.
Okay.
Just
He goes.
be like,
He goes.
do like
I mean, you gotta tell
laughing at Bill Cosby mugging.
Yeah.
Gladly.
Yeah, because he's watching it. He's
Yeah.
filming himself watching it on YouTube.
Yeah. No.
Go to videos. Go to the video tab. Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh, and he did that too. He yelled out, "Hey, hey, hey!" That's a separate
yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
When that was when he got his case got mistrial. Or whatever. He got a mistrial.
Right, he walked out blind.
being like,
He said,
hey, hey, and it's like, dude, you're not off the hook yet.
There it is. Out of court dance, the epic laugh.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I think that's it.
I don't know, they're calling it a dance.
Nigga's a bug out.
And molested Andrea Constand in his suburban Philadelphia home.
Nigga's a bug out. Oh, hey, what? Yo, what's wrong with that nigga, son? Yo.
Oh my god.
I couldn't believe that was after he was sentenced or before.
It looked like he was walking out.
Either way, it was during the trial.
Right.
And yeah, there was another one during the trial where he yelled, "Hey, hey, hey." Yeah.
Yeah.
That was walking out, yes. Again.
After the mistrial, that was the best. Somebody tweeted, well, I guess we all owe Bill Cosby an apology.
That's pretty great.
Where is even the ending of this level here?
It's ruined clothing.
Bill Cosby?
Like now we refer to like
Oh, you
striped
Cosby
clothing for my
sweater?
kids.
Yeah.
Is like,
Oh,
no,
yeah,
let's
yeah,
put her in the
Cosby
Cosby
sweater.
pajamas. Fine. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, we'll send her out in the Cosby sweater. Yeah, go for it.
I think nobody should pretend like they're a wholesome family person. Everybody should just...
So that is
the
still
ultimate.
probably the most awful thing that happened. You know, from what I remember from my childhood. You know, being like the Cosbys was like.
Well,
You know, my parents would make me sit down and be like, "Oh, so wholesome," and now you hear him every single episode referencing his special sauce and how he
his
always
barbecue
tries
sauce.
to
Yeah.
how he talks her into bed like every night.
Yeah.
It's
he
ridiculous.
like walks in his tiptoes behind her and like
They shut out all the lights and yeah.
after she eats the sauce. I mean,
Sometimes
he
when
went
people
on,
have my
like, Letterman
special
and
sauce,
talked
they
about
just,
Spanish
it's like,
Fly.
what?
Well, no, he has a bit on a recorded album.
Yeah, about Spanish Fly.
That's called Spanish Fly. The bit. Yeah, it's like. Yeah.
I wish I could blow up that whole corner there with some Spanish Fly.
Yeah, and
he's
like,
talking
but like,
about-
yeah, I mean, that's the whole thing is that in between all that, he's like, I work with professionals. If somebody shows up drunk from one of my shows, somebody shows up high, I fire them.
Yeah.
Blah blah. But it's like you're just.
Well, he talks, yeah,
But
a
now
lot
I'm gonna talk
about
about Spanish Fly. Or
how
whatever.
everyone should be proper. I mean, he was very. Remember, he told the line with all like the black comedians as to how they should not
Right.
curse.
He
and-
would criticize them
right, yeah.
about
Oh, yeah.
their acts and swearing and stuff. Yeah.
Yes, all the time.
Yeah, Eddie Murphy talks about that. He's like, "Shut the fuck up, Bill, and eat some Jello. Like, don't tell me how to do my act." Yeah.
Yeah.
Why did he stop doing stand up? Where did he go?
Eddie Murphy had kids
Became a
and
movie star,
didn't want
or-
to be
yeah.
offensive anymore.
I know. I don't care. Yeah, he's an old man now. Great. Make me a comedy
Oh, yeah,
special.
he does
What,
have,
did he
like, 10
become
kids.
not
You could
funny?
never make like Delirious or any of those things. Now.
Rock.
You could never.
No, but he could still be funny.
anything
That
like
man
that.
will be funny until
That's
the day he
yeah,
dies.
fair enough.
You know, I don't care if he's a grandfather. He should come back out and do stand up again. He was
I,
awesome.
I have some recommendations for like current
Yeah.
comedians.
Hit us with that. and then we
Joey
should wrap up.
Diaz.
Mm.
Joey Diaz, have you ever heard of him? He's Cuban. He's from New Jersey, and anyways, he has his own podcast, and it's awesome. He's a little bit older. He's like 55, but for me, he's like the best, like modern comedian. I
Joey
like,
Diaz. All right.
Joey Diaz, yeah, check him out. He's cool. I like Theo Vaughn. Have you?
I don't think I know
that?
Theo
No?
Von. I haven't
Theo Von?
listened to a lot of comedians.
Okay, yeah. And then Brody
Lately.
Stevens would be my other.
Oh yeah.
In my top 3.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, there aren't that many good comedians. I mean, even SNL. I mean, it's fallen
Yeah.
off the
Well, because you
off the
can't
map of funny.
be
I mean,
funny
it's-
anymore. You can't like.
Yeah, but it's
No.
harder to be funny.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to make like a stupid like, oh, I can't say racial slurs or make rape jokes. It's just like it's really hard to be funny now. Because either you're like,
Well, it's harder to be funny.
yeah, you're like, oh, Trump's bad, or you know,
Right.
Now
Yeah.
you have to do stuff to yourself. That's what you know. You have
Right.
to make fun of yourself and be self-deprecating, and then that's more funny.
I had a joke about how like Elon Musk was talking about how Mars wasn't going to be just a paradise or an escape for rich people, and that's like being a child of divorce and having the parents say like it's not because of anything you did. You're like, I didn't think about that until just now when you said that it wasn't going to be an escape for rich people.
Right.
Yeah.
I thought we were gonna house all the criminals there.
There's like
Put
Space
him on Mars.
Australia.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
a Vin Diesel
the new
movie, isn't it?
Australia.
Yeah. Well, we'll build a new utopia.
They thought Mars couldn't contain me, but it could.
We've already figured out what would happen. You know, lava golems. It'd be horror.
On Mars for
Oh, Mars. Yeah,
prisoners?
Mars.
Or
Once
for-
we got there and started changing things, all of a sudden
Yeah,
Mars
thing
would
would
erupt
be-
with some sort of weird organic frost golems. Who knows?
I don't know. Mars doesn't need to do anything for it to be a hell, like a living hell. It's just, it's a barren planet.
It's covered
that
in-
you can never leave. It has nothing, none of like the joyful like flora and fauna that we evolved to kind of love and
Yeah, nothing.
be a
it
part
just
of.
has
Just
death
nothing.
outside.
No cute elephants,
Just
no
red-
whales. Yeah.
Red dirt.
The-
You
red-
live in a space tube, yes.
Yeah,
apparently,
you
it's
live-
covered in like a potassium sulfate or something like that. That's
Uh-huh.
poisonous. So
Yeah.
not only is it just red and barren and
Total Recall.
super hot during the day and super cold at night, it's also just covered in poison.
Yeah.
So you can't. Yeah.
Just think of it in
You
the
gotta
reverse,
terraform it
like
somewhere.
if
It'll be
we,
fine. We'll figure it out.
if the human race had settled Mars, and then we discovered Earth, how extraordinary it would be! Like, there's a planet that is the Garden of Eden.
Right. We
It
just
is
need to
like-
figure out how we're gonna fucking
We just have
get
to figure
there.
out how to get there.
Yeah.
And we're there.
I know. We
It
made
only-
it. We made it.
Yeah.
I like to think that 20 million years ago there was a civilization on Venus
Yeah.
that corrupted the planet and turned it into a
Yeah, it's because
gas
it's basically
house
like
thing.
a smog house, right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like-
And then they had to escape and come to Earth, and there's the next one, and this is just the next move to go to Mars and terraform that.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's what I think.
As the sun slowly gets closer. No, it makes
as a
sense.
scientist.
If the sun
As
is
a scientist,
if the sun is
yeah.
slowly getting closer to us, it's been doing that to other planets. So that would almost make sense. Where it's like, oh,
Almost.
maybe eons ago Venus wasn't so bad because the sun was a little bit further away and there was actually water there and everything was fine.
And there wasn't all the greenhouse gases.
And now
yeah.
life has had to jump away from the sun via its
The-
steady approach.
the climate denier
yeah.
people seem to be running out of things to say at this point, which is a good sign.
No, they all
And-
say that it used to. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And all the fossil fuel companies seem to be taking like long positions on renewables and stuff, so that's a good sign. I remain hopeful about that. But otherwise,
what I don't like is how dire the message is from the other side. Where it's like literally, we're fucked in 10 years. Where it's like, ugh.
Yeah, well,
people are not gonna want to hear that. They're gonna be like, oh yeah, we'll see. I'll talk to you in 10 years. I'll probably still be here.
Yeah.
You know, instead of being like, you know, honestly, you know, these are the potentials. You know, instead of, I don't know.
Yeah,
it's gonna scare
you're
people.
fucked either way.
People
People are gonna just find a way to deny it either
So
way.
what can a person do to fight the good fight? You get an electric car, or you fucking,
Yeah, it's
or what else?
the only thing. Yeah.
Or, yeah.
No, I think finding a way to like
buy a new refrigerator.
Yeah.
Okay.
Redo your electrics.
Okay.
I think finding a way to like power your house or
Grow
something.
your
Like,
own
get a
food.
little like vertical
That's
windmill or
good
something.
idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all
Think
grow our own
small.
food, yeah.
Think small.
It's probably
But
not
only
those small
seasonally.
things that will
But
make
you don't
a
have to-
difference, but they'll
You don't have to grow just
move the
seasonally.
needle in
They have
terms
these
of-
little tents you can buy.
Yeah,
you can put
I
in
mean,
your
What's
bed.
that
You've
great
done that?
term for
Yeah,
My
Maybe.
buddy's doing it right now. He's
That's cool.
growing potatoes and.
Well, I
what
was
you're allowed
serious
to
about
talk
the
about?
electric car
Do you
thing,
know what
by
you
the
call
way, because
that?
I work with
What
someone who
There's
is
has
it?
a
something
Volt,
window,
Chevy Volt.
and it like
I
moves
haven't driven
this
in it yet, but I'm
window
like seriously
so that
considering
once people are
maybe
used
for my next
to
car, like in a year
taking
or
these
two.
I've
small
heard that the
steps
batteries are
in their
bad,
own
but I mean,
lives,
who cares?
I just
then
started looking
they'll
into
be
them.
far more
I know that
open
you get
to
huge,
receptive to
tax break.
very big ideas.
At the end of the year?
So they're like, and
Oh, okay.
you get state.
It's like
money
the
too.
Overton
They give it
window.
to you for
I think it's called the
environmental-
Overton window.
Yeah, whatever. It's like
It's like how you
there's
move
like two
the
different
needle of debate.
credits you get.
Even if the car's
Wow.
red.
Okay.
Yeah,
Even
the
if it's
window
red.
of
Yeah.
discourse.
He said
you
it was
start
like
pleading, you
right
start
around
planting
30,
seeds.
but it ends up being like,
do you know what I mean?
wanna say
Yeah.
it said like 18
And then
or
harvest
something,
them.
20 or something. I don't know,
Yeah,
you get, like,
between everything else.
12 back, something, or like
Okay.
almost 50% back.
Well, I heard that the cold isn't great
The what is it?
with it being cold.
Oh well, I would have it.
Unthinkable.
In,
Okay.
I would
Oh,
have it.
that's
in
right, you're
California.
Oh, look at that! It's like a
Yeah.
circle.
Right. Yeah.
Driving through and over mountains.
Yeah,
and
no,
shit.
that's-
So this thing over here repeats. It's like a dial that just
Yeah.
spins.
They
And
should give
spins
you a
and
little
spins.
solar. Do they give you a little solar panel?
More freedom, less
For-
Set
freedom.
up
like my
your own
apartment.
dock
So it's like
station
anything
for it?
inside of here.
I
see
mean,
what I'm saying?
there's docking stations
considered,
everywhere out there.
you know,
They're all in
sensible,
like all the supermarket
popular
parking
policy.
lots and
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
all over.
you're
all
aiming
over.
for
I'm talking about
policy.
Southern
Yeah.
California
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
So you need
They
to
didn't
make
give
it
you anything.
acceptable first.
for
then
what?
sensible.
I would think
then
Yes.
popular.
like a
then
little solar
policy.
unit. Like
Yeah.
you set it up next to the car when you park it when you get home,
Interesting.
or whatever, and it charges.
Oh, I don't know. Well, like I said, this is
Let's
someone
end
I
on
work
that.
with that has the Volt now. So